boxes.
All dice look
Like
the
I said,
same.
I have a type.
Black and heavy.
And also, yes, all dice are the same.
All right, then.
Dice type.
Dice type.
That's a lot of dice. Jesus.
You
All right,
have like
everybody.
a really big arm at the end.
Yeah.
One big arm. Yes, from rolling dice.
Yeah.
That's why this one is so big. Everybody ready? Everybody,
Are we live?
let's all
We
just
live?
yeah, we're live. We're live, baby.
Oh,
I hope we're
darn.
live. I don't know. Sound is pretty good. Cool.
Era occurred. Please try again.
Era. The name of this next town, chose another really easy one for you to pronounce, Oliver, is Pirn. You learned it last game. Pirn.
Peeing.
Yep.
Peeing.
Pirn.
Pirn?
Peeing.
Pewn.
Pian? Pian?
Pirn.
Pian.
Peeing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pian. Pian.
Peeing.
Pian.
Peern.
Pian.
Peeing.
Colton's gonna hit us with some of his American accent.
Yeah.
I'll use my credit card. Is everybody ready? Recap?
Ready.
All right.
Gonna bring us
I guess intro. Smiles. Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Rolling Reckless, our live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. If you're watching live, thanks so much for joining us. This podcast now also available on podcast marketplaces near you. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, you name it, we're there.
iHeartRadio?
iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
See if there's any more coming. Go subscribe. It's the best way to. I mean, we're watching it live, obviously the best way. But you know, if you ever miss an episode, you just got them automatically downloaded, audio form, listen to them at work, wherever. I don't know, whatever you're doing during your own D&D games. You know, whatever your life is. Were you gardening? Maybe some people do. A lot
baking
of
pies?
baking pies. Great. It is up for you now, though, everywhere, iTunes and all those places. So go subscribe and maybe rate and review us while you're out there. I don't have a ton to tell you other than the next game, the next Rolling Reckless, will be a week from today, Sunday, December the 29th at noon Mountain Standard. If you want to come and join us live, that's a week from today. I think that's it. Yeah, go sign up for the feeds. Big news this week is this podcast is now a podcast.
That's sweet. On channel.
Go make it happen.
On feed.
That's right. And we're a little tiny podcast, so the rate and reviews super help. All right. Raven's Claw?
I can't remember what we called each
Vanquishers?
other.
The Loop Syndicate.
Okay.
The Nodding Crew.
I mean, he did some advertising.
Yeah, that's
Corn
true.
I
Farm.
remember that.
For a few select people.
Yeah.
When
Find those
last
people.
Target audience.
when last we gathered here, the party, whatever the Loop Syndicate, as you're currently calling yourselves, you were deep under the village of Cornspar, investigating on behalf of the Baldur's Gate Adventurers Guild. You'd fought your way past some strange mechanical beings and found Arlith, the wizard, the owner of this house, who seemed to be falling in and out of lucidity. It was very hard to get coherent thought out of him. And navigating the massive vertical shaft below his house, 350 vertical feet, you descended into the pit and you fought more of the mechanical beings. And dispatching them, you found a strange mechanical orb, which one of you presumably Loop has right now. Climbing back up the shaft, you returned and freed Arlith, and you took him and the deceased Richard that you found down in Arlith's house back to the town. You got your guild chit sign that you'd been sent out to do, and as you rested and recuperated, preparing for your journey back to Baldur's Gate, Loop spied one of the bar patrons, a dirty and bedraggled human, sneaking into Lily's room the night you returned from the pit to sleep. Confronting him, he told you that his name was Ben, and he, like Lily, bore a curse. He told you of a ritual to control the transformations that Lily seemed to go through at the full moon, which was called the Taming. And he offered to induct Lily into an order of sorts of similarly cursed beings. He told you the curse eventually leads to madness and ultimately to death. And though the Taming slows the onset, eventually all of the curse lose themselves to the beast. Lily agreed and took the potion called the Hunter's Bane, which she was also told the ingredients of, taught how to make. She tossed and turned all night, pale and sweating, almost as though in the grips of a fever, but did wake up in the morning, alive, and different, changed. Ben then asked Lily to help him track down his former master, Tarim. When Lily had changed a few nights prior, I believe it was your first night of travel out of Baldur's Gate. Ben and Tarim had intercepted her when she changed, and had to change as well into their hybrid forms, their lycanthrope forms, to fight her. But Ben would inform you this turned out to be Tarim's last change, and so unable to transform and lost in the madness of the beast, Tarim needs to be put down. And it's to that end that the five of you and Ben wake up on this. I don't know if we established a season, a time of year. I think we said it was early spring, kind of getting into summer. But you wake up in the Cracked Oak, the tavern in Cornspar, where you went to bed the night previous. Had your interactions with Ben. And as you all wake up now, I believe we did actually wake up and had just set out as of last session, but we will dial it back just a little bit if anyone has anything they want to do before they leave town. You're all waking up in the tavern, the inn, the Cracked Oak. What would you like to do?
Girls.
Drinking with Tarim or Arlith all night.
I don't think any of us have any money.
No,
No.
Any money?
not
We
a
need.
thing.
Yeah, we need to do this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm satisfied just heading straight out.
Yeah, me too. I'm with the loop here.
It was a rough night for you, Lily. You okay?
I don't feel good. Kind of feels like a hangover, but I feel good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody
So,
else?
I think I'm good. I think, yeah, I have no money to buy anything either, so
Yeah. So I guess we'll just hit the road.
venture back.
Where's Ben?
He's down in the common room as you're all kind of milling about getting your things prepared. You do spy him down there.
You think Ben's got money?
Maybe.
You think he'll buy us breakfast?
Why don't you go ask him?
He's
not
down
the
in the
kind.
common room. You can see him. He appears to be at a table eating breakfast by himself. Had maybe got up a little earlier than the rest of you.
Hey, you could ask him.
Yeah.
Seems to be the same.
Hey, yeah, you can ask him, Loop.
I'm not hungry right now.
Seems to be eating the same mutton that's been served at the bar the last few days.
No one else want to eat?
No, just you, ready to venture off.
All right, let's go. then.
We'll find you some.
Maybe some
grass.
berries or
I'll
something.
find myself a boar.
We'll go hunting
We could
or
pick
something.
something up on the road.
Sure.
Yeah.
The fresher, the better, I guess. Maybe we can find more of them fish.
Yeah, those fish things. Those fish people that we hate.
The eyes were a delicacy.
Yeah.
Gross.
Ben!
He looks up from his meal. And kind of
We're pretty much ready to go. Unless.
just kind of picking mutton out of his teeth. Gosh. Good. Yes, I'm ready as well. We can set out. Kind of burps. It's very satisfied.
Sounds full.
Whenever we're ready.
Can I check his plate? Is there anything left?
Yeah, he's not quite finished. There's like a morsel of meat kind of still attached to a piece of bone that he's been kind of working at. It's not completely done.
Hey, Ben, are you going to finish that? Oh, thanks, bud. I take it in.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. As you're eating it, he kind of he just watches you. He goes,
I also am just watching him, just like
Oh, it's delicious.
Yes, quite good. I enjoyed it as well. Did you want your own?
Oh, no, we're all heading off now.
Right.
Waiting for you.
Yeah, okay. He gestures over to the barkeep and pays whatever tab he had open. And he stows what few possessions he has, just a couple weapons, and seems ready to go.
What weapons does he have?
You see two like hand axes, hatchets, in his belt. He does have a very ragged and threadbare cloak that he covers most of him. You basically only ever seen him with the cloak, so he could have. You're not sure. It is bulky enough that he could have kind of anything strapped underneath it.
And he's human?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very dirty, greasy hair, about shoulder length. He's constantly kind of having to brush it out of his eyes. It doesn't smell great by any means.
Maybe you should ask him if he needs a shower.
I mean,
I'm sure he can afford it.
yeah, he's fine.
We'll be
I just-
traveling with him.
Yeah, we're not gonna be in close quarters. It's like we're walking.
I'm
Right, I'll
right
scout ahead.
here. We could,
Do you want to wash up? Turmeric's wondering if you want to wash up before we go.
It's all up to you. I'm fine.
he puts some coins down on the bar and just kind of looks at both of you, and you can hear him. He shakes his head and mumbles something and walks out. And the door closes behind him.
He's alright.
Really?
He's alright.
Seems pretty cool.
Wow.
Bryn, you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's begin this adventure.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Ben out the door.
Yeah, me too.
Loop, as you go outside, you can see him. He's kind of like smelling under one arm, and as you come outside, he quickly puts his arm down. Ready to proceed? Is everyone outside?
Yes.
How long is the journey?
Not far, maybe 6-7 hours out of your way.
Okay, on foot too, eh?
Well, unless you have a horse, I don't know about.
Did we have? We didn't have. Oh, we walked here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Do we
Yeah.
do we have a way to track Therum?
Well, we can get to the town, and from there it's a matter of picking up the trail. Yes, asking. It shouldn't be hard to find.
What's this town called again?
Pirn.
Pirn.
Peter.
No, Pirn.
Yeah. Pirn.
Pirn. Pirn.
He's saying peen?
Perfect.
I hear
Yeah,
peeing.
Peeing.
Yeah.
You got.
No,
you
not
guys.
not Pin. Pirn.
Not peeing. Pirn.
Pen?
All right. Let's go.
A
Let's roll.
pin.
Wait, who's on first? As he just starts walking, sort of back the way you came. Seems to be sticking to the main road for the most part.
Couple roadies.
Who? I mean, Ben will take point if nobody else says anything otherwise.
I'll trail behind.
He is basically heading back to Baldur's Gate, and from what you understand of the route, you will basically take the same route until you kind of 90-degree
Split
off. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll walk up front with Ben.
sure.
Me too. I want to chat with them.
I'm staying away from him. He smells.
Yeah,
Stay
he does.
in the
he does
middle.
smell. He's not so bad now that you're outside with a little bit of a breeze, but appears to be a very nice day, or seems like it's going to be anyways. It's chilly, but not super cold, above freezing. Damp a little bit still, the dew from the morning. But it seems like it's going to be a nice day. Blue skies and a gentle breeze.
So where are you from?
I told you last night. You don't remember.
Do I? No, I don't remember.
There was a lot going on. The Eastern Share, it's called.
Okay.
Where you made landfall in the Dragon's Coast.
Dragon's Coast.
Yes.
Right.
You have been traveling for months. We followed you across the entire continent.
Yeah,
In my experience, people like that are usually running to something or from something.
I mean,
Yeah, there was just some things that we just felt like we had to get away from.
I can understand that, I suppose.
personally, I want to see the Sword Coast.
It is very beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Now he kind of looks around. There's the weather, nice. The grass, green.
Yeah. The women. Eh? The women?
Well, I haven't seen as many as yourself, I would assume. And he wipes his greasy hair out of his face. A long time on the road, you understand. But
Right. Well,
the women.
Baldur's Gate. There's a woman for everybody.
I've heard that. Yes.
Just how much you want to pay, I suppose.
Anyways. He kind of looks around to whoever's standing nearest to him, and
I'm like looking away and whistling.
yeah. After an awkward minute passes, he kind of saddles up the turmeric, and he goes, "I've like out of hearing of Holden. I've never paid for my women. Is that strange here?"
Oh no, I've never had to pay for mine either.
Kind of looks over from this hushed conversation. Kind of looks over at Holden. Yeah, sees you. Kind of waves back.
He has a different taste.
I've heard that a type. I've heard.
Oh yeah, he's got a type.
Dragon ladies.
Goodness.
Who's keeping watch on this?
I will.
Yeah,
Trowel.
I'll be
As you walk and talk on the
looking
road.
at the things in front of me.
Do you want me to roll? Or-
Oh yes, both of you.
18.
I totally accidentally moved. I'm gonna roll again. Sorry. It moved when I went to look at it. Oh, and I think I rolled lower. I don't know. 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's bring this closer.
Yeah, you continue to walk through the forest. An hour passes, 2 hours. We'll kind of break the day into chunks again.
Hey Ben, I got a question for you here. This friend of yours who we're going to track down and
It's my former master.
put
Yes,
out of his misery, as they say.
that is what they say.
How does this final transformation work? Is like once they fully give in to their primal aspect, are they like a complete beast? Are they?
I am not sure, to be honest. It seems to be different with each of our kind. Some more bestial, some appear to be human, but they don't respond to logic. They don't communicate. It is unique to each of us.
Can you saw him though, right?
I saw him change.
Can you describe what he changed into for me?
He very much resembled a bear, but bigger and much faster.
And I like start putting my arm up and like about this high.
So your arm is probably like what, 3.5 feet?
Yeah, about
with you
that.
fully
Yeah.
extended. Ben kind of looks down. He goes, and he holds his hand up to like about where he can reach the top of. He goes, taller still.
Okay. And brown fur, or what are we talking about here?
It is typically black with bits of white.
Okay.
I would assume the same.
I'm gonna like start taking notes of what this thing looks like and
Sure.
trying to get an image in my head of it.
From what he's able to describe to you, it sounds like you almost would think of a dire bear, a much bigger bear with kind of exaggerated features, and these white, almost like lightning bolt highlights around the elbows and the knees, and in the center of the forehead.
I was totally thinking of a panda when he said black and white. Good thing you got a good description, Luke.
Wouldn't want to attack the wrong bear.
So you said that it was his last transformation. How, like, do you just kind of wake up in the morning and you're normal again, and then he's not, and you're like, well I guess that's
yes,
fucking that.
we went to change back, and he did not change back.
Maybe he didn't want to yet.
It's not impossible, I suppose, but very out of character. We've been tracking you for, well, like I say, months, 5-6 months. It's hard to
on watch.
keep track of time. From a distance, of course. As far as we felt comfortable, we can track very well. You are a fragrant group, shall we say.
We smell good.
Yes,
They're probably not used to that here on this
we
side.
also smell good. He kind of taps his nose.
Yes, me too.
And you walk for a little more. It gets on to kind of afternoon, late afternoon. Those of you who keep watch, roll another perception check.
17.
12.
As you are walking and talking, Ben, to you, Holden, he just sort of naturally moves in the pack to walk beside you as you're moving. So you know where I come from. What about yourself? Are you from South Coast?
No, well, I mean, a little bit more south. A lot more south.
The accent tipped me a little bit.
Chult, beyond Chult. Jungles.
Chult is a
Beasts,
very big place.
Lots of beasts.
Just from Chult in general. No city or...
The northern part.
Of course.
Where there's I don't know, farmlands and stuff and such. My father was a farmer.
Are you being honest with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a nice story.
Okay, why didn't you... Maybe you're trying to deceive him.
No. And I mean, that's where I was born. And, I mean, I was destined to become a farmer had I not changed, figured out a way out.
We spit in the face of destiny, people like us.
Yeah, we do. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. And, you join a mercenary group and you kind of just travel the world.
A mercenary group. What... Do they have a name? Perhaps?
Raven's Claw.
What?
Nodding crew.
Close.
You are the Raven's Claw, are you not?
Yeah, we are the Raven's Claw.
Yeah,
That
see,
is-
he's
that is
confused.
Right. I'm also losing. You joined up with these four or
Yeah, I mean...
different group?
No, well, it was a group. We sort of formed together like a little unit in the mercenary group. The mercenary group's name was Ravensword, actually. So he was close.
No, I'm correct.
No, we're called Ravensclaw, Loop Syndicate, Vanquish Syndicate, so on and so forth.
AKA the Raven's Claw.
Yeah,
This
We
is
go by
hard
many
to
names.
Keep straight. Yes.
yeah. You're telling me.
Well, seems a little confused and kind of makes his way back into the pack to idly chat with someone
Hey,
else.
don't worry about it.
See, he kind of narrows his eye. Seems maybe not to, even if the story was true, the kind of
Yeah,
cockamamie way that it was told, it kind of raised an eyebrow. Evening does start to approach, and Ben does eventually lead you to a point in the path where he directs it. All right, here's where we split off and head to Pirn as we're leaving the road and begin to trek through the wilderness and the forest. There's still a little bit of travel time left in the day, although you're not expecting to make it this evening. I mean, you could push through. You're about 4 to 5 hours, Ben tells you, which would put you just into the beginning, not like an exhaustion level of staying up, but would put you into the beginning part of the night if you wanted to push through.
I hear him say 4 to 5 hours and my tummy just starts growling.
Oh yeah, we should.
Yeah, we haven't eaten yet
Hunt.
today, have we?
Maybe we should hunt.
I have a
Set
bit
up
of
camp?
mutton from
I'll
Cracked
take
Oak,
it.
but
Well, the rest of us gotta eat too. Should we set up camp and maybe catch something to eat and?
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
we can keep an eye out for the last little bit of the journey here for today, so we can maybe hunt as we walk
Yeah.
if there's anything that presents itself, and if not, then yeah, we'll set up camp a little further on.
Okay.
Can I smell anything?
roll a perception check. Remember, you have advantage on all smell-based wisdom checks now.
Perception.
I think hearing and smell-based.
Ben, you mentioned how there's no cure for your guys' affliction
Yes,
that you know.
that's correct.
And if there was, though, would you want to take it? Like, this has been your lifestyle. How do you feel about that?
Or I rolled
Roll
twice.
twice, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
not
You need to
change
rise.
anymore, you mean? Not become the beast?
Yeah.
I don't honestly know. I've never even
Is it?
considered it an option. I probably
This
would.
one was
I don't know what I would do with myself, to be honest. What'd you roll?
15.
As you continue to walk, we'll finish this conversation very fast. This is happening as this conversation is going on. I do not remember what I just said to you. I know she rolled a 15 though.
Ben said that he would take a cure if
Right.
there was a cure.
Yes. Does not know what else to do with himself.
That's kind of. And then so like, you say you guys have just kind of lived with it.
Well,
And-
we very few choose to bear this affliction.
I imagine like you've been to clerics and doctors and
Of course, healers and
Healers.
physicers of all kinds, but
nothing.
not yet, anyways.
I have a question, Ben. How do you know, like, when they make a final change, like, how do you know that they're no longer in control of themselves? Like, are you?
How would you know if one of, say, your friends were acting perhaps suspicious, controlled, different? It is.
Like, do you notice a difference?
Why is everyone looking at the shirtless one?
I get that a lot.
Yes, I apologize. It is. They change. Yes, they lose the ability to speak. They act more like the beast than.
Okay,
the
so
man.
you've seen them do like make poor decisions, I guess.
Well, that is one way of putting it. Yes. But,
Okay.
usually when they don't change back, it is the first sign.
Okay, but you know for sure, like, they're attacking people and just using their more primal side.
A beast is a beast. When it's hungry, it eats. When it is threatened, it kills.
So you've never seen one like not attack or not?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay, just curious.
How many of your kind have you put down?
Well, this will be the first. As I said, it takes the years, decades with the Bane, 20, 30, maybe longer. As you can see, I am, youngish. And he does, he seems younger than 30, you'd guess.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
appears to be, say 28, turns 29 in May.
Ooh.
In Mevtember.
You.
I was just gonna ask, how long have you been an apprentice for?
Well, it is hard to keep track of time, but 10, 15 years. The winters are different depending on where in the world you are, so keeping track of time is difficult, but more of my life than not.
How do you know when you become a master instead of an apprentice?
Well, when we put down Derum, I guess I become the master.
How do you feel about hunting your master, Terum?
Not great, but it is necessary.
Is this something he prepared you for?
Yes, our third tenant is trust the beast. All of us are prepared for this. I hope to have people as well prepared when my time comes.
That must be the way.
That is the way. We can't. Stop it. Lightning is going to strike you if you keep doing that. Winter is coming.
Oh my goodness. How many other of your kind have you met?
Throughout the years, a handful, maybe half a dozen.
And you don't normally travel together then? Just a master and an apprentice?
There are always two, yes. We stay decentralized. If those who wish to exterminate our kind ever find us, it's better this way.
Okay, I see. So then, do you guys just spend most of your time just hunting other of your kind?
Well, hunting is
Not
perhaps the
hunting,
wrong
but
word,
tracking?
but yes, we track the beast.
I'm having kind of a time with this, difficult or otherwise, but Oh, I've lost my train of thought.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, that's exactly how you must feel. What I'm trying to say is, we are going to hunt this man,
Well, man is a generous word for.
and I know that you say that it comes to a point for a person when it's just you no longer come back. Are you at all curious to see if he is truly at that point? Like, are we gonna try to contact,
Well,
or are we just gonna
will try? But
shield
I think it will be
right into his face?
pretty apparent. It will be obvious, I think. If he attacks me, he's gone.
Okay.
Another question that just popped in my head. Should we
And
be
we have hours and hours to walk, so please ask away.
should we be concerned about being bitten?
No, any of our kind who have taken the taming are, what's the word? Non-contagious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a good question.
That's good.
Yes,
So,
I get,
but if you encounter the cursed in the wild, then yes, be very wary.
Concerned.
So then, before last night,
Should we have been
whatever
concerned?
she would have encountered, including us, that could have happened.
Yes, if she bit or scratched you.
Well,
And how often does she have to drink that potion?
Only once.
Oh,
It's been drank.
oh, I see.
oh, so she doesn't. No, but I thought she has to continue to drink it. No.
No.
Oh, okay.
To do so would be suicide. Surviving once is hard enough. Twice,
Okay.
good luck.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't disclose that I could have died. But I did it.
The alternative is...
It's okay.
It's one or the other.
It's
yes.
fine.
Remember, tame the beast. They either accept the taming or we do what we do.
Mm-hmm. My scent, my smelling.
Yeah, you can
Or
as
that's
you're
not-
walking, and you're kind of becoming aware of this today. Since last night, all these new smells and sounds. You can hear every twig that every single one of your party members is stepping on. You can hear. You're not even sure. You can just hear animal sounds in the distance, and there are several cases where you can hear something on the path up ahead, and it takes 10 minutes of walking until you approach a rabbit den on a little rabbit burrow on the side, and realize that that's what you were hearing. But as you're walking and keeping your nose and your ears out for prey, you don't smell as much as you hear. It's pretty far in front of you still, kind of in the forest. You would guess, you're not really sure, 50 plus feet, but you can hear something about the size of a horse is about the level of detail you can discern. It could be a deer, it could be a little horse, it could be you can hear that it is quadruped, it's on 4 legs, and you can hear that it is just slowly shuffling, moving.
Okay.
And you're all walking in a big group of the 6 of us.
Speaking of heightened senses, Lily, what do I smell like? I hear elves smell like rose or like strawberries. Is that true?
Ben snorts.
Okay.
I mean,
You can smell it like y'all haven't bathed in a while, and that is now very apparent to Lily. Like every hint of body odor, you can tell, the last time that she rode a horse. Like
Well,
your smelling is very, very keen now.
yeah, you gotta
then you can
stink.
probably still smell the strawberries. I'm gonna still go with that.
I'm gonna catch up to Ben. I don't know where I am in the line, but I'm gonna ask. Do you hear that up ahead? Also, Ben, do you hear it?
You see him kind of like look off into the. It looks like looking into the distance as he's kind of focusing on his hearing. And he goes, that's very good. I do.
Is it our friend or something else? Maybe something
He listens
else.
a little more. What do you think?
Tell me it's food.
It could be food, yeah.
Well,
don't know.
anything is food if
It's
you're
like
brave
medium
enough.
size. Maybe large at medium size. Something.
It's something you guys should go after.
Just let me know and I'll run over there.
It's not how you hunt.
You don't just charge in.
Just charge straight at it, right?
That's how I hunt.
Yeah, I guess.
Screaming as loud as you
I'm
can.
still alive.
Have you eaten? When's the last time you've eaten?
Yesterday morning.
Ben kind of stops the group as you guys have continued to walk. As if we are going to hunt whatever it is, I wouldn't get any closer. And you get a sense that you are maybe 40 feet away. Cannot, through the tree cover and the falling light, make out whatever this creature is. But Ben seems to look to you for your decision.
How far do you, Ben? How far do you think we are to Pirn? Sure.
Maybe 2-3 hours. We probably looks through the trees. Won't make it before night, but early tomorrow or late tonight if we press through.
I'm gonna change into my form. My I'm gonna come up with a name for it.
Sure.
Tiger R.
Tegarar?
Liger.
What does it look like? What does the process look like? And then what does this form
I'm
look
gonna.
like?
I walk forward a bit away from everybody, and then I snap my fingers. And then I guess I think maybe you guys will see like a shimmer, kind of me changing.
Sure.
I'm a big white tiger, I guess, if that's to describe it. My horns are still apparent. They are slicked back with the gold points on them. I have little fluffy ears and a flat nose, and I'm really hairy. Really hairy.
Stripes? Like
yeah.
Siberian tiger?
Like white tiger with like red reflective in the light. Sometimes it'll pop red.
Kind of mirroring the tone of Lily's skin.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
just did that?
Yeah, I did.
And as you do, and come walking back, Ben kind of shakes his head, and you can hear him chuckle. That's all.
What?
Whoa! That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Question: have we seen Lily transform?
No.
I don't think so,
No.
no.
So this would be
And even if
first
you have maybe witnessed the odd glimpse of the transformation, it has never been. It has previously been into what you would think of as the full tiger, basically an animal. Whereas now she's walking upright. Still very much resembles her humanoid form. Does
she still have her armor? Do you still have your armor?
I will have to. I think it's like a druid. I believe you can shift it with you, or you can make it disappear, whatever you prefer. But I'll double check that.
I think I can still wear my armor.
Yes, I think
and-
you. Yes, in hybrid form you do.
Yeah.
Are you like bigger too now? Like, are you bigger than me?
I don't know.
Are you?
Am I? Yeah.
feet?
I would like to be. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, you're still a medium creature, but you can change your constraints,
Yeah.
whatever
like
you want your
bulk.
form to be.
Bulk up.
Sure.
In this form, are you still intelligent? Like, can you communicate?
I sure can.
Yeah, she's
can
just
talk.
talking to you right now.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, okay.
Also, can I pet you? You look super
yeah, go ahead.
fluffy.
Touch the ear.
It's very fluffy.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I'm gonna go up ahead and see if I can. If it's not our friend, then maybe see if I can hunt this thing, whatever
Sure.
it is.
Do you know the benefits of your hybrid?
Check it
You know
out.
what all your hybrid form does for you?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how
Yeah.
many changes you have per day?
2.
Okay. Make sure you mark one off because you
Okay.
just changed.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and roll a stealth check if you want to try and sneak up on whatever this quadruped is.
This thing.
You said night is falling?
It is falling. It is dusk now. The sun is at the horizon.
You said 3 more hours to the town.
It's Woody ballpark, yeah. Give or take.
It could be a good idea to camp out, you guys.
That's what I've been saying this whole
Get a
time.
good night's sleep and then hit it in the morning.
Yeah, I think we should probably look for a spot, maybe.
'Cause, I mean,
Probably need to rest. Well, I need to meditate.
17.
17. Okay.
17.
You're pretty sure you're stealthy as you very quietly on now these big padded paws are able to much quieter than the boots you were wearing before. Very softly
Creepy.
pad through the forest.
That's cool.
That is cool. Okay. Do
And you can see it appears to be an elk. A stag, horns, not massive, but a fairly impressive display of horns. It just appears to be eating grass.
And how far is it from where I am right now?
It's about 20 feet in front of you. You sneak up within about 20 feet of it.
Where are we?
Presumably 20 feet behind, if nobody's following. Yeah. She turned into her tiger form and padded off into the forest.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know how. The one thing that I don't have written here, I don't think, is like how fast I am, or how
That's a good
how
question.
far I can. Distance-wise, I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to say your speed is the same. And I will look up the actual rules right now.
Okay. I'm gonna creep up a little bit closer.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll again?
No, you have your stealth check is your stealth check. It how much is a little bit? How close are you trying to get here?
Like close enough where I can, yeah, I guess pounce. I was thinking I'm gonna start running up to poke myself behind a tree and then attack, like a swipe. Yeah, kind of.
Like a real tiger.
So you can speak, use equipment, wear armor. You get a bonus to melee damage equal to half your proficiency rounded down. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. You have +1 to AC while not wearing heavy armor. Your unarmed strikes are considered a single weapon. You can use your dex instead of your strength for them. You have vulnerability to silver. You have a thing called Bloodlust. Holy shit, you have a lot of abilities. You have a thing called Bloodlust as well. Which is, you losing control. Okay. DC half or 0. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind.
When she gets attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, your speed is the same, though.
Okay.
Hold dent. Aft.
And you roll a 17 for your stealth check?
Yeah.
Ooh. As you were creeping up on this elk, you're about 10 feet away, and a stick under one of your paws now breaks. And this elk quickly, its head comes up, and you can see it just kind of looking around, the plume of mist coming out from its nose. And then it
Just,
bends
like,
back down and
frozen.
continues to eat. Yeah.
move.
Bends back down and continues to eat. And you are able to approach within 5 feet of it. You are within touching distance of this.
Sweet. I'm
It
gonna
has not hurt you.
grab his ass. I'm just gonna.
Sure. You gonna attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
Go roll and attack.
I suppose we should set up a camp. We're gonna need a fire to.
Yeah.
I can make fire.
And as
assume she's gonna
Holden
catch
says
it.
that, you guys are 40 feet away. So the elk, as you're saying that, she's already coming down with her attack and is not going to miss. But the elk starts as soon as you start talking. And
Because we started talking, it's
you're 40 feet away. You're 40 feet away. That's not very far.
Okay, yeah, I didn't consider that.
But it is not going to matter right now because the attack is on its way, unless she misses, of course.
16.
To hit
Yes.
is a hit.
Okay.
I'm sure on an elk. Go ahead and roll damage. It doesn't roll damage, so you can practice using
My
your
arm.
proficiency.
No.
Rounded down. You may use your weapons if you want. Remember, you can use weapons.
Bite it.
How does that look? Like it's just a
1d6.
tiger holding a weapon?
She's got
Some-
human hands, opposable thumbs, or tiefling hands. Call it.
So is she like walking upright or
Yeah.
down like a tiger?
No, upright.
Upright.
Oh.
walking.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Like,
totally
imagine a
imagined it
minotaur,
like
but a tiger.
Okay. I was imagining her as a tiger.
That's enough.
5.
That's enough. Okay. Just make sure you know how to count all your new hybrid form bonuses and everything. But yeah, it's an unsuspecting elk. You're able to sink your claws into its haunch.
Cool.
And it
Nom
falls
nom,
down.
bitch.
Yeah, you're able to finish it off pretty fast.
Okay, I'm gonna.
This is basically as Holden is like, shouldn't we set up camp? You can hear the like of this elk going down, and then another like the bleats of it is like, and this just a silence.
I think we should start up that fire.
Lily comes back with like an elk corpse over her shoulder a few seconds later.
Sweet.
I start cheering her on.
Hey,
Good job, Lily.
Lily,
how about that? You want
you look very tough
arm wrestle?
with that deer on your shoulder.
Yeah, I feel tough.
I'll use my prestidigitation
Prestidigitation.
to cast
7 syllables.
Yeah.
Califano.
I don't know why. Can I just make? I'm gonna make another word for this, and then I'll make a fire. I'll grab some sticks, put them in the middle, and light a fire.
Sure, that's easy enough to do. Prestidigitation. As you start up a little campfire.
Yeah.
Sure. Ben starts to.
Is it right on the middle of the road?
No, you guys have left
No.
the road a few hours ago and are kind of, as far as you're aware, just in the woods. Ben starts to take his 2 little axes off and sit down beside the fire.
I'm gonna grab a big stick to roast this deer. Actually, you don't roast deer, do you?
A big, like,
cook
with
it.
to like spit roast, like
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
roll a survival check, because that is a fucking big. That's a tree, brother. You're looking for a tree.
Pretty good big branch. Survival. This doesn't look right. 18.
18. After looking around for like 4 or 5 minutes, eventually you just cut down one of the smaller trees to find a like 8-inch diameter trunk to hang this. A elk is heavy, like 300 or 400 pounds. So you found about 8-inch diameter tree.
Shove it up. It's
Oh no.
No. No.
That's not how
It's
that's supposed to work.
and it's tough to. It doesn't just go right in like you might think it would. Like it's not really happening the way you're maybe envisioning it. And there's a few times where Ben is like, "Oh, I don't think that's meant."
someone show me the way.
Never mind.
Don't you just tie its legs to the tree?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that.
Sure. Okay.
Unravel my rope from my waist.
Okay. You have 70 feet. You have a 50-foot piece and a 20-foot piece of rope, I believe, was the way you all
So
divvied that up. But somebody got stuck with 2 10-foot pieces tied together. Whoever that was, we'll never know.
yeah.
Sure. Yes. This full. Okay. So this skinned dead elk is tied to this.
And it's sitting over top of the fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna put some little posts on the side with like Y-shaped things to hold the.
Sure.
There we go.
Yeah. This it takes you like 45 minutes to set this all up.
Is there a way to like
Yeah.
rotate it?
And once it's all trussed up and above the little campfire, Ben looking at it, is are you going to skin it or?
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to do that.
Okay. So you disassemble your entire, take it all back down, take the Y sticks off the sides, untie the rope, put the elk back down.
I can't skin it on the thing.
Well, it's over
You can try.
fire.
Okay, whatever's
try?
easier. I'll do whatever's easier.
Is your
Ben eventually just offers let me. Seems to be the easiest.
Alright.
And he can show you how to skin an elk if you want.
Okay, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, he shows you how. You ever seen Red Dead? You play Red Dead? It's just like that. It takes him 5 seconds and he just goes whoosh, whoosh, down by the other side and he just pulls it out, just like Red Dead.
Sweet.
It takes him much longer.
Yeah.
But it's about a half an hour process, 20 minutes say. He's pretty good at it now, but he's able to teach you how to properly dress and skin an elk. He takes all the guts and the intestines and things out for you as well.
What does he do with the hide?
It's nothing. He puts it on the ground.
Do you know how to dry the hide?
Tan it.
Yes.
Not off the top of my head. No, it takes weeks, I think. Chemical process, perhaps. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
would
fine.
you like to keep it?
I was thinking of a new pair of pants.
Well, if you get it to a tailor
How long
reasonably
does hide
soon,
last?
like this, kind of looks at it. Not long.
That's fine.
I'm sure if we get it to the town by tomorrow, we'll find someone in town who can do it for you.
I think you just gotta like throw salt on it, right, or something. I don't know.
I
Shouldn't
don't
I know how
think
to do
you
this?
just throw salt on it. No,
You just throw salt on
I'm
it,
not
put
sure,
it out to
but
dry.
that seems wrong.
Just throw some salt on it.
I want to be paying attention to the whole skinning and that. Like,
Sure.
The whole thing, because that'd probably come in handy.
Yeah, he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
He's able to teach you.
Fucking cool. Dirty. All
No,
slimy
it's
now.
not that dirty, actually. You're surprised at how little blood there is as he's doing it.
So when he's done, I'm gonna redo my
Sure.
contraption.
Nice. That smells great.
Mm-hmm.
After as it's like overcooking on the fire, Ben walks up to it with a knife, and you can see him. He cuts a few what you would think of as like steaks off, and sticks them on little sticks and roasts them kind of over the fire. As you're waiting for this entire elk to cook, and like keep picking like, no, still raw up here.
Yeah.
He's got a few going that he starts to hand out as they become done.
That's the way to do it.
You
That's the way.
survived by yourself all this time.
Oh, you watched us, apparently.
Not night and day.
Sometimes we just let him see what he can figure out on his own before we step in. And
Just like you did.
I suppose
Every day is a learning experience.
that's what they say. Yes.
So what is the process now? Like, how do we wait for Tarum to come to us? Like, are we gonna show up in this town and be like, is there trouble here, and then just kind of wait it out, or do you know how to hunt them?
You think
Well-
there'd be a notice board?
There may be. We will ask in the town. Yes, has anyone seen him? If not, we will try to pick up his trail. If not, we can bait a trap. There are options, but it depends on what we find. Like hunting elk, it's similar. Just smarter and much, much, much more deadly.
Oh, goodness.
Good, good. What? I don't know. I'm just keep talking without repeating my question. Somebody help me out here.
I'm gonna grab one of those venison steaks here.
Sure. Yeah.
And just eat it, and then find a small section by a tree and just go to sleep.
Sure. Anybody else have anything
It's
they want to do
nighttime
now?
now, for sure.
It's the sun has fallen as you're dressing and cooking this tonight's dinner.
Should we set up a watch?
That would be wise. Yes, we will have to be very careful. We are close enough that Tarum may find us before we find him.
I'll keep first watch. I'm gonna keep eating this.
Maybe anyone other than him would be a good idea. I will keep watch with you.
I'll volunteer for one of the watch shifts.
I will stay up with the shirtless one and just keep an eye on things.
I can, I only need to meditate for 4 hours, so I could do, I think, 2 watches.
Sure.
Great. So we got to figure it out. First watch.
You and
Before
I.
we actually go to sleep, I want to ask Lily. So, what was that like?
Oh, it was kind of cool. I
What's-
felt like a big cat.
Was it? I mean, this has happened before, obviously.
Yeah, different this time though. I feel like I'm a new person. I'm a new tiefling. I feel like it's much better this way, definitely. So the Bane was a good choice, I feel.
You were
was
able
fun.
to catch that elk pretty effectively.
It's- It was okay. I was, yeah, I don't know. It was a new thing that I did. I don't know. I've always blacked out before, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of interesting. I feel like I could use practice, like how to hunt, but yeah, it was
It's good. That's
Good.
great.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before, but it turned into a giant tiger.
Well, I mean, we've seen Loop turn into a giant spider, but it's still shocking.
Is this kind of why he's been silent? You think he's just sullen because we're making a big deal over here?
Not about his changing.
As soon as he says that, I like grunt and like roll over.
Maybe.
Poor guy.
See, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. It's not the first time we've seen someone change, but
I guess, yeah. You're just kind of taking his thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel bad a little
Oh,
bit.
no.
Oh no,
maybe he could turn into a tiger too, and you guys can go running in the woods or
that'd
something.
be so fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Pack.
We'll have a chat with him in the morning.
Yeah,
Make him feel included.
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Make sure that he's, it's still valued.
Next time he changes, we should all be like, "Whoa!" All right, nap time.
Yeah.
First watch. Let's roll it up.
Those
Couple
two.
perception checks.
Seven.
As you and Ben are watching, the 2 hours pass, and Turmeric, you suddenly wake up, realizing that your watch shift has ended, and you look over and see Ben next to you. It appears that you both rolled very poorly and fallen asleep this evening, but the 2 hours has passed as you wake up, and everyone is still alive, it seems.
Oh, good watch, Ben.
Nothing
Nothing to report on this side.
Nope, me neither. Great watch. And he goes and wakes up who's taking the second watch.
I'll go next.
He wakes you up.
Yeah.
So your turn.
All clear on the western, eastern, northern?
At all fronts, very well watched.
Okay. Good job.
And he goes to
Yeah,
bed.
you look tired.
I'm already asleep.
Okay. It's on me. And I'll just march around. Listening. What is this one? Perception?
Mm-hmm. 15.
Yeah.
The first hour of your watch passes without incident. Just the quiet sounds of the forest. The second hour, though, about half an hour into the second hour, you hear. It sounds very far away. This echoing, but you can hear a massive. A roar is kind of the only way I can think to describe it. This, it sounds animalistic. This kind of echoing back and forth across whatever topography is around you, hills maybe. And it is far away. Like, it is quiet enough that it doesn't wake everybody. It doesn't wake anybody actually. But with your 15, you do manage to pick it up.
It's far away.
Yes, it sounds very far. Like you would guess a mile, miles, very, very, very far.
And this is just like part way through my watch.
Yeah, close to the end of your watch. It is probably 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. If you had to put a time on it.
Everybody's sleeping like angels.
Turmeric and Ben are like having a log sawing competition. It sounds like, where they're both trying to outsnore one another.
It seems a little really far away, so I'm just gonna sort of just kind of monitor
Sure.
for the rest of my watch,
Sure.
and then
You don't hear it again through the
Okay.
next half an hour as your watch comes to an end.
I'll shake Bryn awake and let him know, hey, I heard a roar, pretty loud roar,
Okay.
far away.
Okay.
So
Keep my eyes peeled.
yeah,
Stay sharp. I'm pretty relaxed and fully rested now, so
and yeah, definitely wake us up. It was really far away, so that I didn't really want to bother anybody, but
it's good to note though. Like, if I hear it come closer, I'll probably wake Lily to see if she can smell how far. Like if it's closer, far away. But
yeah, one of those.
yeah, or
This
Ben.
one really sleeping.
Lovely.
Okay.
That's how I want to spend the next 4 hours. Listening to the snores.
Roll perception check.
All right.
Your first 2 hours of the watch.
Ooh, 8.
8 is not great. You
Nope.
seems to pass without issue. Next 2 hours.
17.
17. With about half an hour left in your watch, Bryn, you hear this. You're not really sure what it is, just this very slight sound.
It's just like
And then you hear another.
so it could be walking.
And it starts to rain. As it
Oh,
very lightly starts to rain this evening. Probably waking up anybody who isn't under a tent or under a tree.
nope.
It is dawn. You did sleep a full night. As this light morning shower wakes most of you up.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell, it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining, guys.
Yeah, it's not pouring, but it is step above spitting, step below raining, drizzling. Enough to be uncomfortable and cold and muggy, and you can see your breath, the plume from your breath as you get up. The fire has gone out whenever it started raining. But you were all awake.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on my jacket or my cloak and try to warm it up for
Sure.
an hour.
Yeah.
I'm cold. Anyone else need some
Bryn
heat?
steams as you watch her cast her spell, and then just a very slight as her shirt warms and dries.
Can you warm my skin?
No, it has to be a non-living material.
I'm gonna start doing jumping jacks.
Sure.
I can warm your pants, I
warm.
guess.
And then in a few minutes, Turmeric is also steaming gently in the rain.
Ben, I heard a loud roar through the night.
Close. He's kind of rubbing sleep out of his eyes.
Pretty far away.
Well, it
Probably
could
2 to
be
3 hours down the road. I don't know.
conveniently could be Terum or something entirely unrelated. This
Can you describe this roar? Can you mimic it? Does it sound like roar or
and as Turmeric is like roaring out, you can hear it similarly echoing back, like roar, and realize that as far as you were able to hear the roar, the roarer is probably able to hear you.
Yeah. Do the first one again.
I wouldn't. Ben kind of puts his hand up, looking around. We are very loud. Very loud.
isn't that a good thing?
Not if
Not-
a wolf is around hunting for you.
Points at Bryn.
Good point.
More like the first one.
Well, if he heard us,
That's
he
what I thought.
knows where we are now. The damage is done, but just tread carefully.
Might be to our advantage. Maybe,
It
I
is hard to. Getting caught unawares, it's hard to see how that would be to our advantage.
Everybody all rested?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Ready to proceed?
Let's hunt. Let's head to the town.
I think we're heading to the town
Okay.
first, seeing what they know.
Sure.
Right?
Sounds good.
Everybody's
Sure,
ready to proceed.
sure.
Ben will take point. Would anybody else like to keep watch with him?
Yeah, I'll keep watch as well.
Sure. We'll roll perception check for this last leg of the journey. Ben seems very. He's watching to both sides. He seems a little nervous this morning.
That makes me nervous.
Oh fuck! And he rolls a natural 1.
18.
Okay, good. you'll have to take charge of this one. Listening very carefully. And there are several times where Ben holds a hand up and kind of stops the party and listens and keeps them moving. You don't hear anything. You think you're passing unawares. Reasonably sure. And eventually you do come to the edge of basically a clearing in the forest, the edge of this forest. And you can see it approaching before you reach. You can see the trees thinning out. And Ben looks around to all of you and says, we are getting close. If there is any last minute preparations, the silver I gave you for your weapons now might be a good time.
Oh yeah, how's
Will
that?
the rain wash it off?
It will if they are uncovered, yes. That's good thinking.
How's it supposed to work? It's powder, and then you just
Yes.
put it on your.
It will last maybe 2, maybe 3 strikes, but better than nothing. Regular weapons are not very effective against our kind. Magic or silver. That reminds me, do you have any money? Any coin? At all? 0, nothing. Does anyone have a silver on them?
I might. I have 12 silver.
1 gold.
Pass her a silver
90
coin.
copper.
please.
Sure.
Just 1 coin, I'll spot you.
Sure.
No, not he as you hold it over his hand, he moves his hand out of the way. It's, no,
My
not,
bad. Sorry about that.
not to me, to this one.
Oh, we're gonna see.
Can she?
Well, that is the point. No, and as you try to grab it, it burns your hands.
Yes.
There is not much silver in a silver piece, but
my.
still enough.
All right. So just huck my coins on him as he's coming at me.
Honestly,
They're like silver bullets.
Yeah.
in the pinch, honestly, not a bad idea.
Okay.
We're heading
I
to
only
a
got
town
12.
right now?
We are, I would guess, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes walk out. Very close, yes.
Town of
Do they
Pirn.
have a blacksmith?
They should, yes. Simple, but
Can we make like silver weapons?
I would not. This small of a blacksmith, this small of a village, I would assume the smith is not skilled enough, but you could ask. But like I say, it will last 2, maybe 3 hits. When in doubt, use magic.
Okay.
Normal weapons are better than nothing, but point of order for the game, worth mentioning. We are using because we have a blood hunter in our party, this is for the folks at home, we are using our homebrew versions of lycanthropes. There are some very different rules for werewolves and things in the books that we are not using. So if you're listening to this and like, wait a minute, that's not how lycanthropy works, it is in our world.
Do you guys smell anything? Do you guys sense anything nearby? Like out of the normal?
Closes his eyes. He sucks today. He's like, as he's trying to smell, he's like a little stuffed up. He's gonna. You can hear him like struggling to inhale. He's the weather so dry.
Can I roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it
It's
still-
just perception.
Yeah,
Sorry.
with advantage.
Okay.
Is it still raining?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still very gently spitting.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Tell me what I smell.
You can smell. You can smell several things. You can smell like cut hay from what you would assume barns. You can smell not fresh baked bread, but food processed with things like meads and ales. Maybe the tavern you're smelling from all the way over here. And you can smell blood, fresh blood.
Lily, are your eyes closed while you're smelling?
They can be.
Are they?
You
Because I
tell
wanna-
us.
I'm asking for a specific reason.
Benzar.
I don't know.
Benzar. He closes his eyes, as he deeply tries to inhale.
Yeah, you know.
Can I
feel like
while she's doing that, can I cast prestidigitation for the smell of strawberries on myself? While my
Sure.
eyes are closed?
Sure, yes. You can also, as you're smelling this from the town, and you get that coppery whiff of viscera. Just this overpowering. It's like someone is like mashing strawberries into your face because you're like, it's the equivalent of like listening very closely and then someone is screaming in your ear, and suddenly like eyes open, eyes watering. All you can smell is this like strawberry like perfume basically as you.
I'm gonna start sneezing.
Yeah, Ben starts coughing as well. He goes, I smell strawberries.
Oh, it must be me.
Having a stroke.
With my like smelling and my hearing, do I have a sense of how far, what direction, or just a general like
With a
waft?
natural 20, you do. You get the sense that you are smelling the town, the very broad smells of the town, and it is probably 300 or 400 feet, maybe ahead of the clearing, give or take. It's very hard to put a precise distance on it, but
Okay.
you know, within sprinting distance, a bow shot away.
Can we see the town?
Not from where you are in the trees, but if you step into this clearing, you or move closer to the edge of the forest, you get the sense you'll be able to. Yeah,
Shall we?
We shall.
sure. It is overcast and still very dry, lightly drizzling. And as you get closer to the outskirts or the edge of this clearing where the forest ends and kind of the town begins, you can see that much like Cornspar, Pirn is a very small farming village. It is built much more compact than Cornspar was, but about the same size people-wise. You can see several houses. You would count about a dozen, clustered around a much larger building, which has a steepled roof on one side and a big kind of a square rampart on the back. You would think of it as a church or a temple or some kind of a gathering place. You can see there are small gardens and fields on the backs of many of these houses. You can see small wooden stalls, maybe market stalls or someplace for farmers to sell wares or something similar in the space in front of the larger building. And that's what you see as you approach the edge of the forest.
You think a sorcerer lives in that big building over there?
Looks like a church.
Some kind of sorcerer.
Yeah. Religious sorcerers.
Let's go say hi.
Did we see any people?
And then people out.
You do not see any people. And as Ben steps out of the forest, he, looking at the town, goes, "Where is everyone?"
Is this usually a busy little town?
Well, more than 0 people. Farmers, people in the square.
It's because it's raining? Maybe?
Well, he kind of looks up. It is overcast and drizzling, so something doesn't smell right.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's been like distress or like anything
Yeah, is
damaged?
there any sort of disarray?
From where you are standing across this 200 feet of just kind of open grass where they've sort of trimmed the trees back away from the town, doesn't appear to be.
I think
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, I think we should hurry.
Investigate.
Let's go look.
Did you say we should hurry?
Yeah. I just have a
You guys are walking
tingly
up to the town?
sensation that we
go.
should hurry.
Sure. Ben kind of lags to the back of the group, and you can see him looking around. And as you guys are walking, he says, "This is highly irregular." He's looking at all the empty buildings. Who's taking points? Set yourselves up for me in on the combat mat. hypothetically speaking.
I'll go first.
Sure.
I'll go behind her.
As we're walking forward, can I pick up that blood? Is it stronger? Can I roll?
Yeah, you can make a... Now that you know what you're looking for, you can make a survival check.
Survival?
You can see how well you can... Kev's making hand signals for his dude.
Survival.
No, turn it topwise. Come on, topwise.
Do we have a
Can
mini
we all
for
do perception checks?
Ben?
Ben? We got little people up here.
Sure, that can be him.
Ooh,
Does he want human?
Imagine those as
it's
axes.
a rat.
Great.
A mouse.
To you two.
No, he said
you-
Is that a
Ben was
rat?
lagging
Is that a
behind.
were-rat?
No.
Oh, I thought he said it was a rat.
But you're a were-rat.
Ben's a
is
were-rat.
were-rat.
A rat.
You remember him telling you that? That's right.
Most.
Don't remember anything else about him other than he's a were-rat, eh? Not where he's from. Or...
I don't think he did.
He did.
said he's
He told
from
you specifically the area. He gave you more
Redwater.
information the first time than he did the second
I
time.
watched.
He
and I
told
don't
you. He
think
told you. He was from. He told you
I was there.
he was from the
Twice.
Beastlands, appropriately
Beastlands.
named.
Are we
Beastlands.
doing perception?
Lily is.
14.
You have an advantage because you are smelling,
Yeah.
and this is survival, not perception for Lily.
19.
With survival, right? Not perception.
Survival. Or what?
Survival. Survival
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay. 19. You are able to pinpoint that it appears to be coming from. You're reasonably sure the building is a stable.
Okay.
Appears to have a straw roof. The half door, typical to most stables. You can't see inside it as you approach, but you would guess that it is a stable or a barn of some kind.
How far is it? Sorry.
You're walking
From
up.
us?
You guys are approaching. Would anyone like to do anything? You can walk right into the town if you want. You're rapidly approaching. The 5 of the 6, including Ben, are walking across this open field. You can see a few tree stumps where they have cut the trees to just give themselves a bit of space between the village and the forest.
Should we call out?
Should we call out?
No, I don't
Let's
think
just
so.
Let's just
head in and
walk
see
Okay.
what we can see. Don't draw attention to ourselves or anything.
I'm
but-
gonna cast mage armor on you.
On me?
Yeah. Because it lasts 8 hours.
So I get 16 AC?
Yeah.
Makes your nipples itch a little bit as it kind of shimmers across your shirtlessness. It's kind of the only way you even know it's on you, but you do have, yes. It goes from 15 to 16, right?
Yeah.
With your shield out, I think.
Yeah.
With my shield. I have 13 right now. With unarmored.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's everybody
Sure.
heads up.
You are approaching the building that Lily is walking towards. Closer and closer. You can see there's a house kind of across a yard. A house and a stable that kind of face into the town.
Can I take my weapons out?
Sure. And as you do, Ben also takes his out. You can hear the 2 axes. He spins them into his hands.
I also have my sword out. And I'm like visibly like being stealthy, sort of.
Sure.
Walking differently than what I was.
Sure. Are you trying to stealth? Are you
Yeah,
trying
I
to be
guess. Let's just stealth.
quiet? Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Whoever's being stealthy.
Should I? Did we put our silver on our weapons?
He told us to.
Oh,
anybody
wait.
knew.
I'm gonna
We straight up
stop and
ignored
put a little bit of silver on my quarterstaff.
Can I?
Sure. It does use, the pouches are not big.
Oh, okay.
They have a very small amount, enough for 1 application to any weapon you like. And Ben told you to expect it to last maybe 2, maybe 3
Yes.
strikes.
I'm gonna put it on my hitting edge.
Sure.
My shield.
That's cool.
I'm gonna ask Ben, like, can we throw it at him? This.
If
Silver
you
dust.
are close enough, yes.
Hit him with it and then hit him with our weapon?
It may be unreliable, but theoretically, yes.
Because he didn't answer if it would wash out in the rain.
It will wash out. I thought I answered. Yes, it will if it is directly exposed. Did I not answer? I remember being amazed that you,
I
of
forgot
all people,
to listen.
brought it up. Actually, yes, that's makes
Can only
a
do one or
certain
the other.
kind of sense, I suppose.
I'm gonna turn to Bryn. Do you mind putting silver on my sword, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
And where you're holding it, it is even just being close. It seems to emanate this heat. Where even just where the silver is on the blade, you can feel its presence. You can sense the silver in a way that you
Didn't.
were not acutely aware of before.
It's crazy.
Silver
Lily,
on
you're
my
gonna have to get paid in gold every time we do a mission.
Can't handle silver.
Yeah.
Is that only effect that's happened now, or was it like that before?
I haven't noticed it until now. Really noticed it.
You'd handled silver coins
Yeah.
before, and
Yeah.
it didn't have this
It's not the
strong
same.
reaction.
Is it because she's in like her hybrid form? You think?
Are you asking Ben? Are you asking the DM?
Ben,
But both are.
the DM through Ben.
It could be
Care.
hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's something.
Seems hard to tell.
I suppose as we okay, can you set up the situation like there's buildings?
Give me some markers. We'll draw a little town here.
There's we're headed
You
into
want the pennies?
I want the fatties.
You want the fatties?
I like my markers like I
gonna
like my blunts. Huge.
Whoa. That sounds big.
Oh goodness.
Thank you for not throwing. I thought you were gonna just pitch them immediately. I was like, oh no.
It's not my first rodeo.
All right, so we'll say that you guys will be approaching from, we'll say this side.
Okay.
So here will be what you're assuming is the stable. It's got a big building like this. It's got these little half doors that you can see.
Half doors.
Yeah, you know, like
Stable doors.
yeah. I think they're literally called stable doors. You can see a little house.
Where that miniature went? Probably in the pile over there.
It might have fell down on the floor or something. You can see another house back here.
It's like a double-walled house, or is that the door?
That's just the house. That's just the thick lines that people can
Oh yeah, how's this looking?
see it.
How's this looking? Not good.
Can't see it?
Oh, I think you haven't even started drawing.
Oh. We can see it. I can see it.
Well, yours is like
can
right
see it.
on. This is the feed I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's just a little delayed. But if I can see it on the feed, then we can for sure see
Perfect,
them.
yeah. Well, I was looking before you even said
These are the buildings that you see approaching. There are more scattered around. I'm not going to draw the entire town unless we
draw the entire town.
Oh God.
I desire immersion.
Do you want to see the picture? There's the picture. See the big building? Oh, maybe don't read those. Maybe you can't. Maybe I can't just hand you this. Maybe I can't just hand you this thing.
Yeah.
Where is that church building? Is it more over here?
It is. So this is kind of the market square with the stalls, like kind of this area. It would be back like where JR is.
Okay.
Okay.
So this just this is like
This is the far edge of something where the D&D box is like where that big what you think might be a church is.
and this stable.
That is the
Kind
building
of
that
one of the
Lily
first-
is walking poignantly towards.
And
I don't
what-
know if she is. I don't think she's communicated
Yeah.
anything. But
What are you sensing from that?
What you got for us?
I smell blood.
What do you got for us?
And in any particular direction? Or?
In the stable.
Oh.
I smell blood in the stable.
Should we go check it out?
Can I roll a stealth? Like as I'm
anybody who wants
walking.
to,
I'll go with you.
sure. Are the what is like Ben kind of holds back as he sees you two kind of like hunker down. What is the? I guess Ben asks, "What is our plan?" He looks to Lily.
I don't know, we usually wing it.
This is
Yep.
your hunt.
Oh yeah.
You take charge. Should we wait? Should we follow you? What?
Yeah. Me and Turmeric will go check it out. Just stay like 10, 15 feet behind us. I guess 20 feet behind us.
We should have a code hall.
Nods. Wipes his greasy hair out of his eyes and nods.
But usually we wing it.
Luke, Bryn, and I. Do we want to check out this while they kind of check out that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll like loop around,
So we'll go
around.
Lily.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I get that's his name is.
Loop Martin.
That's I get it.
We're gonna head
This
this
thing.
way.
That works only. That joke only works in common.
I rolled a.
And Ben just kind of
14.
hunkers down in the grass and he keeps an eye out.
Yeah,
15.
14.
14 for your stealth check.
15,
Okay. As you two approach the stables, what about the other three? How are you choosing to approach?
Stealthily as well.
Okay, stealth checks. Everyone wants to be stealthy. Stealth checks.
Yeah. 14.
Okay.
What is my
Oh, these are hard to read.
Oh, Jesus. 5. Everything's
It's all your
clattering.
strawberry smell.
Think you're high.
16. Everybody is reasonably stealthy, with the exception of Bryn, who is, just clinking like coins in the purse, weapons jangling in their holders, spellbook like thunk, 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 thunk off the side.
Jeez.
Changing out the D20.
Those of you who are approaching the stable, you through the stable door, through the kind of low, it's maybe like waist down for you, the door, with the top half just open. You can see in, and it does appear to be a stable. You can see stalls with little bits of hay in the back as you kind of walk up.
Are there horses?
You don't see any from the outside.
Do I see any before? Like we're just outside the doors, correct? Do I see any?
You can be wherever you want. Where would you like to be? You creep up.
Right at the doors.
Sure.
It's not in yet.
Like
Do I
to
see
each
any
side?
marking? Like any sort of
Struggle?
Scratches.
struggle, but like in the ground going into the stable?
Roll survival check. I couldn't decide between perception. Let's call it survival. You know what you're looking for?
Yes.
Roll a survival check.
No, great.
You still have
10.
You
advantage?
still have advantage.
I do still have
You will
advantage.
always have advantage forever,
Okay.
unless it's not. If for some reason you're nose deaf or and ear deaf. Natural 20. So as you approach, your new keen senses are kind of incredible. You're still sort of blown away by them. You can smell blood. Very not. You're not really sure how fresh, but you can smell a lot of blood as you get closer, overpowering almost. And looking at the door, kind of in the ground, you can see prints, tracks that vaguely resemble a bear, much larger. The claws, in particular, you notice, seem to sink much, much deeper into the earth. And you can follow those tracks. You're able to follow the claw scratches, which are very, very far apart and massive. Like these bear prints are huge, probably 2 feet by 4 feet, absolutely massive.
Fuck.
What? Yeah, it's big, very, very big. This big? How big is this? Is this 2 feet? 1.5 foot?
That's about
1.5
a foot.
foot?
Mate.
Is this 2 feet?
That's about
Okay,
2
it's
feet.
this big
The fourth?
by
That's about
as
3
tall
feet.
as Oliver is.
No.
4 feet. Big.
That's a footprint?
Maybe. You're not there.
Bloody hell.
Very big.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm not there.
Very, very big. You've seen bears before. This is about twice the size.
Oliver.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna whisper to Lily.
What do you see in there?
I'm going to point to the markings.
And you can see that those tracks seem to have gone into the stable at some point. You're able to follow the scratches.
I'm going to almost like teach Turmeric like what to look for or like what I'm seeing
Sure.
so he can see it too.
With words? Are you
with
saying
words.
this out loud? Okay. What are you telling me? As you guys are
Yeah.
like stealthily approaching.
Yeah, right?
Okay, here. I'm going to teach you how to track it. like, what is the conversation? Gather round, young turmeric. It's time for some learning.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm just whispering really quietly. Do you see the outline here and there?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see the footprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll perception check, turmeric.
Fuck.
Perception?
Yeah.
15.
You do see it. What she is pointing at and referring to, you are able to actually see it.
Sweet.
Okay, moving on in.
Sure. Lesson over.
What do you want to do next? Should we go?
Ready? Be ready? I don't know.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm also ready.
I got my shield in front of
Stealthily
me and
still
my
checking it out.
Sure.
sword
Before
over
we do
my
that, can we
head.
cut to us?
Sure. Yeah.
What do we? Are there any windows?
There's a hole in the wall. There's no glass, but there's technically a window on the side that you guys are facing. You're able to see in. It's a very, very Spartan house. It doesn't have a bed. It has like a straw mat where one or more people would have slept. A very rudimentary, like a cupboard shelves, basically with a couple odd pieces of food ingredients, flour, and
People in there?
you do not see any people. No.
Is it in disarray?
It doesn't appear to be like sacked or anything. It's not neat and tidy by any means, but it appears to just be a standard peasant dwelling.
Is there any blood?
From outside, you don't see any.
Can't see
No,
anything.
no, not from the window.
Should we go in? Check it out.
Do we sort of see them preparing to go in?
Yeah,
From where we-
you see. You're not sure what you see. You see Turmeric and like Lily like bent down, looking at something, and you see them both stand back up and have their weapons at the ready. I mean, you guys are this far apart. You
Yeah.
know, this is like
Yeah.
within like distance.
We I don't know. I think we should be.
Should we go together, not split up?
I think we should be just aware of that they're gonna be headed into danger and maybe
Be
Sorry,
aware.
Kevin and I are having a moment here.
Should we?
I think we should stand by.
Well, I was thinking message. Send like a message to them, like because Loop and I can talk to any other members. So should we just?
I can't talk to either of them. They're too far away.
Oh, I probably maybe can. Actually, I don't know if I prepared it. Let's see, hold on.
45. You said 60 feet? 120, you said.
No,
Yeah,
I.
yours is super far. Mine's only 30 feet.
Damn it! I didn't prepare it. Never mind.
Well, we'll just kind of be prepared. To see
Okay.
if there's any sort of.
Throw a
If we
rock
hear
at us or
yelling?
something.
You at the stables. You going in?
I am going to. We can see. We're at the door.
Mhm.
Haven't gone in yet. We can see the back of the stable. I'm assuming.
Yep, you can see this far wall, and you
Far
can see a
wall.
few stalls. There is, the two that kind of line up right with the door you can see into, and they appear
Yeah.
to have just piles of hay in the back.
I don't know how far the logistics of this, but I'm gonna use my thaumaturgy,
Thaumaturgy, yeah.
and I'm gonna make a sound, but like in the back. If I can't do the back corner, I'll do the back wall.
5, 10, 15, 20. You can definitely, I don't know what the range on thaumaturgy is, but it's definitely more than 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Kind of like
Yeah. What kind of a noise?
like a sheep. Yeah, like an animal noise, like a baby sheep.
Sure. Those of you at the other house, from somewhere in the stable, you hear this. It's maybe more of a goat, but. Oh, is that what, I don't know what sheep sound like. Ba ram you.
And do I hear anything?
You probably.
Make a perception check. I don't know. What are you guys doing at the other house? You just heard this goat, I guess.
Well,
I
it's
guess,
not.
yeah, town's not completely empty. That
Yeah.
There's one little.
When goats
Next time,
survive.
Lily. Next time, Paula has to make the noise.
Yes.
What does a sheep sound like? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Burr.
There you go.
Burr.
That's what you hear.
I'm gonna glance over at Ben and see what he's up to. Is he just?
He's like hunkered down in the
Laying
grass.
in
He's a
wait?
little bit closer, yeah, but he is like, because you know where to look for him. He seems pretty well stealthed. You do see him because you know where to look, but he is just hunkered down. Seems to be completely still. You can just see the glint of an axe in each hand, and he is just kind of watching. You see him look back and forth between the two parties.
15 for my perception for
Sound.
what happens after the sound. Any movement? Any
You hear nothing.
nothing?
Do you smell anything?
an eerie silence.
Can you smell anything?
I just smell blood.
Can I
You kind of just smell blood. It's very overpowering.
walk to the other door on this building and see if it's open?
On the stable side?
No, the building we're
This
at.
one?
Yep. Yeah, you're able to. It appears to be unlocked. It doesn't even appear to have a lock. It is just a very rudimentary kind of friction fit closed door. No latch even. But you're able to easily enough open it up.
Okay.
You see the inside of this, basically what you saw from the outside. Very, very basic. Straw, thatch mat for sleeping on. A cupboard that as you kind of search through it, does appear to just have a few odds and ends, dried meats, a little bit of flour. What would generously be called a table, more of a stool almost.
Can I search it for money? If there's
Sure.
any money in
Yeah.
it?
Make
I
an
doubt there
investigation
is.
check if you want. And you guys can see them going in this building across at the stable. Right, this is all happening in real time. Remember, so you guys can see each other doing this. As this
13.
is-
I'm gonna stay at the door and just kind of watch.
Sure. 13. In the cupboard, you find it's less than a silver. You find 8 copper, but you do find a few coins.
I'm gonna look at. See if you're staring at us.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you.
I'm gonna make.
What for the folks that you pinch your nose? What was that for the folks at home? Pinch your panel. Okay, pinch your nose. Point a finger.
And I nod.
C, LS, CSL, Common Sign Language.
And hopefully he gets it.
Yeah, I nod.
One way or the other, he's got something.
Just like a unit that's spent a lot of time together, we understand each other.
That's his loud.
As he's making these symbols, you're like, we should come up with some hand. As a unit that's been together for a long time, we should come up with some of these hand gestures.
I'm gonna just sort of tap the doorway to get these guys' attention.
Sure.
Like, then I also do some hand signals.
Okay.
I telepathically to Bryn. What the hell?
Bryn just like kind of rolls her eyes and just
I
starts.
said, stay fucking icy. Frosty, I mean.
Okay,
Those of you at the stable.
just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 things on the sides, are those
Yeah.
doors?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they are about waist height. Just examining from the outside, you would assume swing inward as you look for hinges. But
Before I go in, I'm gonna try to open the doors with my thaumaturgy.
they swing open.
Open? Okay, I'm gonna open them both. Hopefully
Sure.
more light comes in.
Do you want to open? But when you say both,
Like all
these
doors.
two- all three.
All the doors
Sure.
open.
I
Sure.
think with thaumaturgy, it's like a gust.
Yeah, like it's like a
you have a limited amount
Okay.
of control over it. If you want to bang them open, you can. But if you just want to creak them open,
no, just.
But they do
open them.
audibly like on their rusty hinges.
Can I like follow closely behind her and stuff? Like every time she takes a step, I take a step, and like be ready for
Sure,
an attack if
Yeah.
anything lunges at her.
totally. As long as she doesn't ever back up.
Oh, yeah.
And you have
been there.
silver on your
Yeah,
weapon.
watch.
Okay.
I'm
Might
gonna
not
go
finish.
in.
You cross the threshold into the stable. You said you do it.
Yeah.
You said you do it.
Before anything happens with that,
Fuck.
do I see anything this way?
Before she crosses the threshold,
Well, as she's crossing the threshold, when she creaks open the doors.
Turmeric, are you following?
Yeah.
Lily, as you step across, as this door that is now open, as you step into this, what you're assuming is a stable, the stench of blood basically blinding you, so overpowering. We'll take a break. And come back in a few minutes. I'm going to mute the mics, gang. We'll leave the music running. And we're going to take a very fast break here, use the washrooms, and fill our drinks for those who need it. And then we'll be right back for more
Quick.
Rolling Reckless.
Come on,
I need something.
Ready?
No.
Oh, I guess.
Ready.
Let's get this
moment.
on. Get this combat on.
It's not always necessarily going to come to combat.
Yeah, we could try talking our way through. Like with the mechanical.
Hey, bear!
Talk to those
robots.
animals.
Stop
How about
chewing
with the
on my
robots?
leg.
Those
Bear!
robots did not seem very friendly.
Yeah,
Before
they
we-
just straight up attacked.
Before we get back into it, do you have your new abilities all like ready to go and stuff, right? They're on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I rage out.
It's only when you're raging.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
You should.
Should I double check?
Yeah, you should double check. You should totally double check.
What abilities?
Specifically the communication abilities, if you know what I'm obliquely trying to refer to. Because you might have picked stuff up. You might have
It's a
heard stuff.
ritual.
Oh, okay. You have to cast as a ritual. Okay. Yeah. Double check how all that works, just so you know. And so I know as well. But yes.
Boom. Look at that. Just like that.
Lily, you're crossing the threshold
I am.
of this stable. Holden is watching across.
Teeth clenched, butt clenched.
As you step into the stable, as you step into the stable, the smell of blood overpowering. Looking around, the way the stalls, you do have to walk into the stable. So the way the stalls are, I can draw them on the board here. We'll probably make it easier.
What about 2? What's beast sense?
These, they're kind of like this. So you're able to see over the ones. They're kind of these like shoulder high walls, and you're able to see over the ones beside you as you walk into the stable. And in this far corner here, you can see a corpse of some kind. The splatters of blood kind of up the corners of the wall. And appears to be all you see walking with the one step into the stable that you are. That is what you see.
When I look to my right, anything? Nothing?
No, the farther ones you can't even see into, but you do just see piles of hay in the ones you can see into.
Glancing about into this market area, do I see anything out of the ordinary?
I mean, the lack of people
That's it?
is highly irregular, but no, the few simple wooden stalls that are in front of the church appear to be like nothing. It hasn't been long abandoned. You know, looking around, this place seems like it was lived in very recently. Yeah, just from where you are looking over the square.
As I'm glancing around, I just want to like mutter, like, where are all the people? Mostly to my companions on the inside.
Yeah, and Ben is gonna. Anybody watching sees that Ben is starting to make his way up, kind of between the two buildings. Still proceeding stealthily, but is looking around over his shoulders, and making his way in.
Bryn is just gonna mention to the other two, should we go to the stables then, if there's nothing in here? Should we just move over? Yeah? Okay, why don't you lead the way there?
I'm gonna like sidle up.
Sure. And Ben kind of meets you in the middle.
You guys are gonna follow?
Yeah, follow.
Yeah.
And looking around the square to you guys, Ben is kind of shaking his head. And goes, where is everyone? They were here, what was it, 3 days prior when you changed 2 days? I think 2 nights previous. Less than 48 hours. There were 50, 60 people here.
Is there some sort of bi-weekly town vacation that they all take that you might have just missed every other time you were in this area?
Confess, I am not familiar with this village. Possibly.
History check.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to see what you know about Pirn.
Natural one.
Never heard of it. You would guess too small to appear in the history books.
So you didn't step in?
I have a foot in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 5 feet in. You're
Oh,
like
I'm in
the
there.
threshold. You said you crossed the threshold.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Do you sense anything in there?
I'm gonna go
I
in
think so.
this side.
Sure. And as you walk in that front door, you're able to see that there is seems to be a spray of blood or gore of some kind along the back wall, kind of in the corner.
Oh, just on this side.
Yeah, it kind of, you can see splatters of blood. It seems to be all along this back wall.
And if I look in these stalls, is there anything?
Just appears to just be hay. As you're walking through kind of side to side, appears to just be what you would expect. A little pile of hay for whatever horse was stabled there.
I'm gonna start making my way down
Sure.
Making my way downtown.
here
Yeah.
and checking the stalls to see if I see anything on either side.
They all appear to be this full of a little pile of hay.
I'm gonna head to the market area and see if I can find anything of value.
Sure.
I'll sort of follow him and just kind of keep watch around this corner. I'm like keeping like watch of everything.
Okay.
Also
here.
keeping a lookout for like notes people may have left.
Sure.
Kinda.
These market stalls are just basic wooden tables that. What keeps happening? The music keeps jumping to my phone for some reason. These market stalls are basic tables that people would lay their goods out on. And so there's really like no, even as you look under them, there's kind of no, there's nothing on them. You'd be able to, it's an empty table.
Okay.
So
Make an investigation check though as you're searching this kind of square in front of the church.
17.
You don't find any belongings or anything, but you do see these very unusual tracks. You would think of them as they appear to be. They look almost like little cones of dirt, little needles. Well, when I say little, I mean, I don't know how big is that. The thickness of a pickle, a dill pickle. Exactly that thick. But there are these little cones that if in modern times they'd remind you of like the aeration people do in their lawns, these like missing plugs.
Do I think they're animal tracks or anything like that?
They appear to form a line. If they are animal tracks, it's nothing you're familiar with. They're very unusual, but they do appear to form this curving line, and you're able to follow them for a while. Once it gets out of the town, kind of out of the market square where it's this hard-packed earth, you do lose the trail, but you're able to follow it for a ways.
Can I examine this blood?
Sure. As you walk back around this back stall, there is what you would probably think of as just a pile of meat. Appears to be relatively fresh. There are no flies or anything buzzing around it.
Does it look like animal parts or human parts? Or can I tell? Do I see like a foot?
You can make a medicine check. From where you're looking, it just kind of looks like a pile of gore.
Okay, well, I'll try. Nope. 6.
Some thing that was once living that you would assume no longer
Pile of
is.
meat. Okay. I'm just gonna.
What?
And Ben makes his way up to Loop as you're examining these tracks. And he kneels down beside you and points to them. What are these? Have you any idea?
Near as I can tell, somebody took a whole lot of time and dug out a whole bunch of really pickle-holed bumps out of the ground.
They're exactly the size of a pickle. I noticed that. That's very strange. He kind of follows them back and forth, about as far as you were able to follow the trail, and doubles back a few times. And
Can I, as all this is happening, can I do that ritual casting?
sure. Are you casting the ability that we were obliquely referring to?
Maybe, I don't know, I have 2.
Which one do you want to cast?
Speak with beasts,
Sure.
animals.
Yeah, takes you 10 minutes, but yeah, you're able to. What does it look like? What does turmeric spellcasting look like? And remember, it takes 10 minutes to cast as a ritual.
He sits down, crosses his legs, he puts his elbows on his... Or no. Yeah, he puts his elbows on his knees,
Sure.
and he just sits like this,
Okay.
with his eyes closed.
Sure. And you can all see turmeric just kind of quietly, very unusual for him, quietly sits down and just seems to mind its own business for the next 10 minutes.
Still sort of surveying around. I'm gonna poke my head in here and be like, what's going on in there?
I'm just gonna say there's a pile of meat back here and lots of blood, and that's about it. So I think we're on the right trail. Yeah, we should
Lily,
probably.
what do you make of it?
Chum. It's food. I don't know.
I don't know
Seems
what
like-
it's made of, though.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you want to eat it. It could be people.
I don't want to eat it.
I don't want to eat it
Oh, okay.
either.
Angry.
Is there any fur in the stable?
What, looking for...
Hair, I guess, like animal hair. Looking
Make
for a bear
make
hair.
a survival check.
Sorry, guys, I don't have a
box. Do I use
15.
mine?
15?
Yeah.
You do find little tufts of this very
pieces.
dense, coarse black hair on some of the corners of the wood where it has gotten caught.
If I sniff it, do I get like a distinct smell from it? Is it like
Smells
the movies? You
like
know,
fur.
Like fur? Okay.
How high is this pile? Like, are we talking?
So high.
Like, okay, so it could be like 10 people, 20 people.
You want to make another medicine check? You can make another medicine check if you
Sure.
want. It's hard. You've never seen a ground up person. It's very hard to tell.
I know, but like
We take up much less space when we're finely ground, it turns out.
10.
10?
Yeah.
You would guess it's too big for one person.
Okay.
It could not be. It could be.
But it could be like
Maybe.
50 people.
No, it could be 2 or 3
Okay.
people,
'Kay.
maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna head out this door.
Sure. As you do, Ben makes his way in.
Sorry.
And he kind of kneels down beside the corpse, and you can see him kind of... He gets a stick he finds off the ground, and he's kind of poking at different spots on it.
Have you ever seen
kinda
anything like this, Ben? Why would...
You see him kind of... He moves a piece of it with the stick and reveals this massive heart. And he said, was a horse, I think. And he kind of moves it around a little more. Yes, reasonably sure, horse. And as he kind of exposes some of the bones and the ribs, you can see that it looks like it probably was once a horse.
Are there any treks coming up this way? Anywhere that I've sort of walked?
You're wrong, this. Roll survival check. You're looking for tracks.
2.
There are lots. There are hundreds of sets of footprints that go all over the place. People walking around, and you're not able to find a big bear print or anything.
Is there like any windows on this building?
Most of them, yeah, pretty much all of them have a window at the very least.
Can I check a window over there?
Sure. Much like the other house, it appears to be this very simple peasant house. The same kind of straw mat for sleeping on. Very similar counter, or cupboards rather, that probably has a few dried goods in it. Maybe a few coins like you found before.
Do I see any movement?
Just glancing in the window, no.
No. Okay.
Can you move me? I'm gonna go by Loop, kind of in the further out in the marketplace, I guess. I think I'm gonna head towards the church slowly, or whatever that church thing is.
As you continue to search the space, it takes you, between the 5 of you, the 6 of you including Ben, about an hour. But you do go through house by house, room by room, building by building. They do all appear to be empty.
Even the big church.
Even the big church, yep. All very similar in furnishing. The very, very, very basic, you get the sense that people who lived here were probably quite poor. But you do not find any people.
Can I do a
Do I
history
find
check
animals?
on those? Sorry.
Sorry?
Do I find any animals?
You finish your spell. There are no animals looking around. You don't see any. Would you like to pursue finding animals?
Can I go to Ben and be like, can you find me a nearby animal?
What?
I need to ask it some
what
questions.
sort of? You could walk into the forest.
Do you smell any animals around?
What sort of animal are you looking for?
Something that hangs out around here.
Come with me. And he kind of grabs your like upper arm and starts walking towards the forest. And he closes the distance between the clearing and the forest pretty fast. And just as he steps foot inside the forest, he kind of looks around. There's the birds. You hear them? There are probably squirrels. There are probably rats.
I got this. I'm gonna look
I'm
for
sure
a
you
squirrel.
do.
Bird, any rodent.
Starts walking back. You're gonna look for a rodent
Or a animal. Any kind of animal. Close by. Do I see any?
Roll a perception check, I guess. Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna see the biggest animal out here.
You found a dire bear.
Technically, it's a werebear, but how much?
10.
10. It takes you about half an hour searching, but you are able to find some kind of a rodent den, whether it be a chipmunk or a squirrel or a mouse. Maybe you're not sure, but
Half an hour. I think it wore out.
well, while all this is going on,
I'm still kind of like on edge because it's really tense and we don't really know what's going on. But at a certain point when like we're all sort of just freely walking, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Ben and Turmeric have walked into the forest.
Yeah. Like, does anybody see anything?
Can I try to catch an animal?
You want to catch an animal?
Yeah.
You can try. You're just gonna. How are you catching this squirrel or the chipmunk, whatever you found? You're not sure.
My bare hands.
Roll an acrobatics check, I guess. Roll fucking really high.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
15.
15. Turns out it's really hard to catch as you like dive, pounce onto this little den basically, and just reach your hands in.
Alright.
This little squirrel, it turns out, skitters up the tree and runs away. Do you want to? Can you understand beasts, or do you only speak with beasts?
I speak with them and understand them. I can commune with them.
Okay. What is it? Read me the spell. Read me. What does the
You
spell
gain
say?
the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
Okay, as you're rooting around, you can hear this very tiny, this little like, "Oh, fuck off!" And then this
Oh, so I
squirrel
don't have to catch
skitters away, and you can just hear him cry, "What the fucking goddamn fucking shit!" And he's just this very sweary squirrel skitters up this tree.
I was like, oh, that's not how I thought it worked. But okay. You may all continue.
All right.
Can I?
What are we finding here?
Nothing. Can I do a history check on those pickle holes to see if like I would have read some
Sure.
kind of like?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a history check on the pickle holes.
12.
12. You have read of the pickle of destiny. No, there's no. You're not sure. You're not. Nothing in your. They're little cones. They're little cones. Not.
They go like into the earth.
Yeah.
so
It looks like a conical shape was pressed into the earth as if someone was going along aerating the ground for spring.
Are those pieces? Like,
No, they're not.
little turds?
No, you don't find the little plugs.
Is there a like a hole that goes all the way down? Like, is it just a dugout
Just a little
cone?
Appears to be.
There's
You
no,
think
like,
of it like a
hole?
footprint, but you're not sure what kind of feet made it,
Oh.
or some kind of a vehicle track maybe.
All I can think of is like
Ben is at this point going to wander. He's come back a while ago from whatever the fuck was going on in the forest. And just kind of standing in the middle of the square, like looking around, and
What's his
Shaking
demeanor
his
like?
head.
Is he
seems as perplexed as the rest of you.
still like defensive?
He is wary. He's looking around corners before he goes around them, and does seem pretty wary. Examines the holes a few times. And,
Do you want to check out this house? Have you
well, I
checked
think
out-
we checked every house.
yeah, you guys have looked
Oh,
through
yeah.
Yeah.
the homes, and they do all.
And there's no like footprints or anything for where it looked like these people may have went, or
You can make an investigation check if you want. Ben will also assist you. You can roll with advantage, or Ben can roll one if you want. It's up to you.
Ben's been rolling low.
all right, I'll take the advantage.
You fool.
15.
15. There are footprints. There are tons of footprints overlapping and seem just day-to-day traffic. But you don't. There's no signs of being dragged. There's no signs of a struggle. There's nothing obviously out of the ordinary, except for these strange conical prints, whatever they are.
All right. What do we know?
Ben, is there another?
Talking to the squirrel.
That particular squirrel is long gone. You heard him just disappear in this little small bundle of squares.
Do I see another?
You don't see one. Would you like to call out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell out, squirrel, bird, anything? Can you hear me?
A moment passes, and you can hear this little tweet chirp of a bird, like a chickadee or something. Just this little, not speaking, but just a little tweeting. And looking up, you do see there's a little. You would think of it a chickadee or a sparrow or something.
I'm gonna yell out at it. Hey, you up there, birdie.
It tweets back.
Oh man, you probably ran out.
It seems to understand you, even if it isn't
Does it?
speaking in words back, and you seem to be getting the gist of what it is communicating.
I do.
Well, it has affirmed that it has understood you, and you seem to have...
Oh.
seem to have understood that. Emphasis on the seem.
Can I ask if it's like a regular around these towns?
You kind of... It tweets back, and it kind of shrugged its little winged shoulders, and you get the sense that, he's been here before, but it's maybe not... Doesn't make his nest in these parts, per se.
Does he know what's happened around the town? Where all the people have gone?
There's
Can he
this...
ask his buddies?
Make a persuasion check.
I want him to call out.
There's this very
all his
long,
forest
drawn
buddies.
out, kind of quizzical whistle.
Persuasion. 10.
10. The bird flutters away, whether it is heeding your instruction or not.
Alright, I'm gonna wait there.
It definitely understood you as it flutters away.
I'm gonna stand there and wait there
Sure.
until it comes back.
Sure. Meanwhile, in the town.
All right. What do we know?
From this morning's sniff, I recall sniffing bread, food. Is that right? DM?
Yeah. And you found it in the cupboards and things. You found little pieces of bread
Okay.
and flour and food scraps.
Like signs. Have we... I'm asking everybody now. Did we see evidence of like people being here, like let's say this morning or recently, making no
think
fire or
any-
anything?
I don't think
we
any of the
looked.
fireplaces were warm. Were they?
No.
It's not really.
Well, 2 days ago, two nights previous, there were people here.
What is the impression we get as far as like if people like bugged out in a hurry, or if like these? You said they're stalls.
Yep.
And you said they're empty.
Yep.
But not in a way like that.
You get the sense that they are kind of first come first serve. Whoever shows up in the morning and wants to put their vegetables out or whatever. The stalls, you get the sense are you're not really. There's not too much to read into them. But all the food has been in the cupboards. All the few items of clothing you have found are still in the homes.
Yeah, I'm just trying
the coins are still there. Is maybe the biggest giveaway.
Okay.
But
yeah,
it's not.
I'm just trying to get an impression of whether people left of their own accord, or if they left in a hurry, or
It's impossible to tell. Really, all you can be sure of is that there doesn't seem to have been a struggle.
Is there?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Brent.
I was just gonna say, is there another nearby town?
Near to Pirn, no, a few, 6 hours maybe at least.
we checked the church.
Yeah, and like everything else, appeared to be very basically furnished, empty.
I'm gonna go and do like a walk around the perimeter of the town
Sure.
and see if I can pick up any sort of fresh tracks of large amounts of people going in any direction.
Sure. Roll a survival check. You're looking for tracks around the town.
11.
11. You're not able to 11, eh? You're not able to find any tracks of people. You do pick up that conical trail again. It's very, very easy to spot, and it appears that it leads away or towards whichever. Again, you're not really sure what it is. I don't even know how to think about it, but this conical track does appear to have run into the village, and as you follow it, you are able to for a while. It leads into the forest, into as you're kind of following it, you would think of it as a path, I guess. It is the space seems to be clear to brush, whether naturally just from people walking it over and over or by some other means. But you do very quickly again lose the trail as these conical tracks appear to either they disappear for whatever reason. You're not really sure.
Okay, I'll head back and relay my findings.
Sure.
What do you make of that?
Ben has kind of made his way over and he's examining this the horse corpse thing again. Poking at it.
I have no idea what it could be. Never seen anything like it before.
Heard of this Pickle of Destiny once, but I think that was just a Bod's tale.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't think I've heard that particular story before.
Oh, goodness. Ben, do you know, is there a way to communicate with anyone of your kind? Like, can you guys, like...
Ben is in the stable right now. Are you
never
yelling over to him?
I'll walk over to
Ben!
him. Ben!
What?
I'll walk over
Sure.
and just ask him, like, is there any way to communicate with what's his name?
Terum.
Tarum? Yeah, like via, like, howling, I guess. Wait, he's a bear.
Not as
Roaring?
far as I'm aware. He has
Okay.
likely heard the loud, shirtless one previously. I'm sure he knows we're near.
Yeah. Do you think if we are loud enough, we would be able to convince him to come here?
It is possible, yes.
Maybe we can set a trap for him here.
As he is examining this horse corpse, and kind of as you walked in, you saw him like retract a finger from somewhere in the gore. He's looking at the corpses. I had a trap. I had much the same thought. Seems to be kind of investigating the corpse. So I don't think it's been dead very long. Maybe 6 hours, 8 hours.
So it might be close by.
Well, whatever happened here may be unrelated. Perhaps the town was empty when Terum came.
Yeah.
Found the horse. It doesn't make a lot of sense, I know, but...
I'm gonna walk over to Ben as well. Ben, where can you show me in the town like where that first night where you guys interfered with or intervened rather?
Could
with
roughly.
me?
It was outside the town and it was dark, but I could likely find it. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think we could go and take a look
Sure.
over there?
Yeah, and he starts walking kind of the perimeter, just kind of inside, 15 feet in from the clearing of this forest. And eventually he does come across an area where he sort of hesitates and he goes, I think maybe... and he looks around and he reaches down into some of the grass and he comes out with a little scrap of white fabric and he goes, yes, this is it. I remember the dress. And he hands you the little scrap of fabric, and as he does, you remember the white dress. A small humanoid shape running from you would guess.
That's so sad.
We intervened.
Yeah,
Nobody died,
that's good.
but it was a close thing.
Is there can I see those footprints around that area? I'm looking for the bear footprints now.
You can make a survival check. There are a lot of prints around
In that
here.
area?
There are, yes,
Oh, okay.
what your prints, which take you a minute to recognize, is these strange big cat pod things. The bear prints, these other sharper clawed, much smaller prints. But you can roll a survival check if you want to try to.
Okay.
Can't, I thought, because you're a witcher, you can always find...
Okay,
these-
you can't say she's not a witcher. All right?
Or,
Toss a coin to your witcher.
blood hunter.
Yeah.
You could find
Just basically a witcher, yeah.
you can always find the beast you're hunting. Is that wait?
It's only fey fiends like bad.
Yeah, a demonic type.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Am I?
And
And
lycanthropes.
really?
Yes.
So then, how do I? So can I not? Do I have advantage on tracking? How does that work?
You want to try and track?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. What am I?
Survival.
Okay. And I have the advantage still.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 15.
A 15. You do have advantage, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again if you like.
15.
Okay. As you're tracking, you are losing the prints over one another. It is very, very hard to follow. But there are a few points where Ben kind of bends down and points out things about how this track had to have been left after, the way that it has sunk into the mud and the way the water has filled it, and so on and so forth. And with his guidance, you are able to track these bear prints. And it does take you quite a while. You're tracking quite a large amount of time, an entire night's worth of time, basically, as you follow these prints. But they appear to circle the town a few times. You are able to follow them back out into the forest a little ways into what you would think of as a den, basically a place where he obviously bedded down for the night. And you were able to follow them back towards the stable into this initial set that you found when you first entered the town. And this does take you probably 2 or 3 hours to do this with Ben's help.
Wow.
It is quite, because you are following 2 days of this very fast werebears travel in the space of 2 or 3 hours.
While they're out doing that, Bryn, I think you had a really good idea about setting a trap. And, I mean, the way this is laid out here, we could easily set the bait, attract attention,
Roll a perception check as you're scouting all this.
and, I mean, wait for it to come.
Natural 20.
Natural
Another
20?
one.
Yes.
Another
Okay,
one.
carry on this conversation.
It'd be hard for us to really get a jump on it, I imagine, because it's a beast and probably could smell us. It knows exactly where we are.
Well, I can do a cantrip to produce an odor or another smell. Maybe we could attract it, like the smell of blood. I don't know what they're.
Strawberries, maybe.
If we need to set a trap, and we want to wait until tomorrow, I can set a pretty good trap.
Yeah.
I got a bear trap.
What's your idea?
You have a bear trap. Where? I haven't seen you. Where have you been keeping that?
Swinging it around
In your pockets. Why do you have a bear trap?
for bears.
Touche. Well played. A worthy
I
opponent.
also have one on my back though.
Wait, really?
my
You
backpack.
both? You also
Yeah.
have a bear trap?
Yeah.
Does everyone? Does it?
I don't have a bear
It's probably faster to say who doesn't have a bear trap
I don't.
I don't
Okay.
want a bear trap.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I have a trap that can be
for a bear,
not specifically for a bear,
but
but
not the item a bear trap. Lily, with your 20, as you are tracking this, and Ben with you, you can feel the pinprickles on the back of your neck of someone watching you. You and Ben are in it is this dreary, overcast day. It's not dark, but it is not sunny.
And where are we?
You are,
Situated.
say, this direction that
This
you
way?
and Kev are sitting on the table. Yeah, you are the, whatever we said it was, 120 feet out of the clearing, kind of just in the forest. Probably a grand total of, say, 200 feet from the town. But yes, you can feel this sensation that you kind of weren't aware of until today. But these pinprickles on the back of your neck.
I'm gonna whisper, Ben, I think someone's watching us.
Ben, as you whisper it, Ben, he was kind of like reaching down to examine another track. He just freezes. He stops moving, not making any noise.
Should I change? Should I?
This is your show. You see Ben kind of very slowly looks over his shoulder, kind of trying to find whatever it is you're picking up on.
So I don't know what sort of trap you have in mind, Loop.
that's just a magical trap.
And I'm not really versed with traps either. I've seen like a little wicker basket and the stick with a piece of carrot here.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing.
Oh,
I mean, more magical, and I mean better. But
we need to find. Anybody see a giant wicker basket?
I don't know if a wicker basket would contain a bear.
But a bear trap.
Werebear at that, but
I don't know shit about traps.
I'm going to ritually cast locate animal,
Sure.
and I'm going to. It has to be a beast,
Okay.
so and I can find it by description or name.
That's
or
why you
type.
wanted such a good description. You son of a bitch.
So I'll keep the werebears.
Okay.
So yeah, if it's a
Okay,
beast
okay.
and it's within 5 miles, I'll know exactly where it is. But if it's not a beast, then
I feel like this is going to inevitably come to a rules call with hybrid form being beast or not beast.
Surely.
I'll get back to you on that.
in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on that. Yeah. Lily, what are you doing? Ben, just to... Oh, you already know it, but as Ben kind of looks back and slowly turns his head back, I think we're being watched.
No shit, Ben.
I just said that.
Oh shit is right. What should we run? What attack? What
I'm
should
gonna do my thing.
we do? You change?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna change. Now, I don't know.
I'm gonna say that Loop. I'm gonna say you can't get a real. Man, I don't know. This is a fucking hard one. 'Cause he's right between. We'll split the difference because he is kind of. He's not quite a beast, but he's not quite a not beast. You can tell he is within 5 miles. I'll say, but you are unable to get a pinpoint location on him.
Okay.
Is the nature of his transformation. Lily, what are you doing? Ben has like lowered his hands to his weapons. You have changed.
Yeah, I have my my sword out
And
as well.
Ben is just waiting to follow your lead. As you change, are you sure we should just the two of us?
Oh yeah.
In my experience, splitting the party is a gamble.
How far are we? We're like 200 feet, right? Ew.
Not so far.
I might roar, but I'm just.
You might roar.
I haven't roared yet.
Okay.
I'm like,
You're like, what are you inhaling? And being like,
yeah. I'm just gonna do it. I'm
okay.
gonna try and roar like super loud so
Sure.
that the crew can hear and maybe come. I don't know.
Sure.
He's watched. Yeah.
It is loud as you roar. It is. Ben covers his ears as this huge, very similar to the roar that I think was Holden heard on the way out. This not quite animal, not quite human scream, but you do hear this loud.
Cut to us real quick, and I'm like dragging out the biggest wicker basket I can. I'm the only one doing stuff over here.
Holden's kind of got two like little ones that he thinks he can maybe somehow merge together.
Oh, goodness.
And you hear
then
this roar, yes, echoing. As you roar, whatever that's watching you begins to move, begins to start like this very heavy four-step gate begins barreling towards you. And as it does, Ben, like uncovering his ears, looks at you, run! And Ben takes off.
Okay, yeah, I
which direction?
follow. Which
Towards
way?
the town, obviously.
Okay.
I'm
Towards
gonna
the
run
town.
towards the direction of
Yeah.
the roar as well.
I'm gonna
Sure.
move there as well towards the sound.
Samesies.
Okay.
Wicker baskets.
Where is
Wicker goes flying everywhere.
As I'm like running, where was it coming towards me from?
Bat behind.
This way?
Yep.
This is totally out of shot.
We'll scooch it up right away here if we get into combat.
Can I?
Yeah,
still
we're gonna.
Oh yes, Turmeric is like
Casting
out there,
ritual.
like talking to
Casting.
the bird. That bird did not seem to come back, whether you offended him or whatever the scenario was. Did not bring his friends. But you are able to recast it in the time that's passed. You are able, because it took a few hours to search these tracks. And you are able to recast it. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. Is there anything else? You just that bird did not come back.
I'm just waiting.
Sure. There are
I'm
other
running.
animals.
I've heard.
Okay, you run to the roar.
Roar, so-
There are other animals that show up. You see a little in the 2 hours that pass. You see a little orange fox kind of pokes its head around a tree.
Does he say?
It doesn't say anything, but it looks at you, and then it. Do you say anything to him?
Just trying to get information from any animal that comes by.
Do you say
So,
anything
like-
to this fox? It
Hey,
looks
Fox,
right at you.
What do you see? What have you seen around here? Are you a regular?
And when you ask him what he sees, he goes, "Well, I see a pretty big damn fucker. Well, that's pretty obvious, eh? But I'll see all sorts of things.
What
You're
happened to this
looking
town?
for anything in particular? Well, I don't know. Probably had too many kits and ran out of food. I so little above my whatever the animal word for pay grade is. Yeah, it's not somewhere up there. I don't fucking know.
Above your circle of life?
Yeah.
All right.
Anything in particular?
Scurry on
Oh,
before
right.
I eat
Okay.
you.
Wow, rude. All right. Well, fuck you too. Okay. I hope you get eaten by a hawk. And he fucking skitters away.
Yeah, that hawks are too small to eat me.
Nice comeback.
That's well played.
I'm gonna run off.
Sure.
Animals suck.
It offered to help you.
It was a rude one.
Sure. As you do run, we can kind of I guess I'll erase the board. Yeah,
we
we'll
can-
scooch
Yeah.
forward. I did have a water bottle. I guess it's all in the other room. If someone wants to grab the erasing water and paper towels, we'll redraw the map here for the stream. But yes, you will see basically well, Ben will also make his way over. The 5 of you on the edge of the town, standing basically where that house is. We'll see Ben, shortly followed by Lily, just running out of this tree, this tree line.
Production crew's rolling.
Production. The roadies are on it. This is where, like, usually leader of the band ahead, maybe plays a little fill, tells a few jokes. I tell you all the story about the killer whale tank. I can do that one. Killer whale tank. Wow. Well, come on. It's live stream here, Oach. People are watching you clean. Let's. Know what I'm saying? All right.
Take your time. Anytime now.
You guys are freaking fun. The production team is.
Just run color commentary on the wiping. That's good. That's good enough. Where's the edge of my camera? Right here. All right. So here's the house that you guys are standing on the edge of. I think it was 20 by 15. Here's the house. The square is kind of over here. The church would be like, basically the edge of the church would be kind of up where you are.
This is the edge.
Oh, it's so far. It's so far. They're going to be 100 feet away when you see them. So probably not even on the grid.
Yeah, that's like.
But they are, well, Ben at least is sprinting. I don't know what Lily's doing, so they will close that distance pretty fast.
What is this like? Is it treed? This is the clearing, right?
This is the clearing. There are a few stumps here and there. They won't really come into play for combat, but you can see stumps where they have cut the trees and just haven't dug the stump out. The forest is about 120 feet back, so off the grid is the forest. You see Ben, who is, I guess, would be 60 feet in front because he went before Lily, who is sprinting, emerges from the trees, and you can hear him yelling as well as he does. I guess you can hear him probably pretty clearly from where he is. God, he was about to say it's a trap, but you can't say that.
Yeah, you
Can't. It's we've been spotted. No, I can't. He's yelling. He's hooting and he's hollering. And yes, he is yelling. It's a trap, and is just running. And those of you who are watching, he goes down onto 4 legs and begins to move faster as he makes his way up. And we will all roll initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Because I am alert. I've been alert this whole time.
With wicker
Wicker
baskets.
bastards.
Told you I'm the only one doing anything.
Potpourri.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Alright. Let us see. Okay. 25 to 20.
21.
Lily. 20 to 15.
19.
Holden. 15 to 10. 10 to 5?
6.
9.
Oh, Loop.
4.
Bryn. Turmeric. What was this guy? Oh, Ben.
Using that sheet I showed you?
No, I'm
No
not.
one.
Because I have my own system.
Alright.
And because if someone sends you something cool in your Slack, like, check out this thing I found, you don't just be like, I'm never going to use it. I got a better way. Know what I'm saying? Just trying to be a good person. Lily, you're up first. Ben will be...
Up.
Yeah, you are... We'll say you are just on the edge of the grid. And
All
he's...
the way back here?
Yeah, he is 60 feet in front of you.
Holy cow.
Just bugged out on you.
Well, he got to move first, and he moved his full move speed. He dashed.
I'm running also.
Yeah,
behind.
in your
I'm
tiger
dashing.
form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tiger form. As I'm running, can I look back
Sure.
Around my shoulder, what do I see? How far? What am I?
As you look back, you just see trees shaking and this dark, massive shape like making its way through them.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And shaking is maybe not the right word. Breaking apart. You could hear them bursting and breaking apart as whatever this is just seems to barrel through them.
Okay. I'm running. All I'm gonna do is run.
Yeah, Ben is like looking behind them every now and again. Run back to you as he sprints back.
I don't even know. I can only move 30. You said.
Well, you do have the dash action, but your move speed has not changed. Yes, your Liger form does not change your move speed.
Yeah.
So if you
How
dash, you
far-
move
yeah.
twice, I think.
Yeah,
Move
yeah.
twice?
Instead of your
Oh, okay.
instead of your action, you move
So you
again.
So-
move 60.
Basically, where.
Yeah, you'd be at pace with Ben.
Okay.
Yep. After Lily's Holden,
What do I see?
you see these two have emerged from the brush. Ben is like looking behind them and yelling "run," and Lily is just in her tiger form sprinting up. And you see just the treetops shaking in the forest where whatever this is barreling towards the edge.
Do we hear the steps? The stumps?
Yeah, you can
Is it like-
feel it almost in your
Oh,
yeah
gosh,
the base through
big.
your chest.
I don't know, fellas. Some bigs come in. Hold the line,
Glad we picked you as the leader.
and I hold the line.
All right, Holden is holding the line.
Holding the line.
Hold the line. Cut to whatever this thing is. It emerges from the trees. I had him in once.
All the minis are right in front of you.
Is there a very large one? No, I had a.
Is it this one?
No, I don't know what I did with it. I do have a backup, I guess, in case. It is a large creature, though. It is bigger than this mini lets on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I put it in my sweater pocket to hide it. To hide it. So it does. Again, we are just making the best we can with the minis. It does. It is this size, but is not this shape. Here, go ahead and put that.
What is that?
It is. It appears to be a bear. As
What
it.
camera are you showing that
Yeah,
to?
I have no idea. I have no idea. It appears to be a bear as it busts through the
That is a
bear hybrid
dire
forms.
bear.
You might have 40 feet in your hybrid form because he does. I'm gonna say you do. I'm gonna say that all the lycanthropes do because the werebear does. So you're actually 20 feet closer if you move twice. So it's Ben as well.
Okay.
Who has, as you look at him now, has changed into his hybrid form. And looks almost the same, except he is covered in this very fine gray fur. His fingers are a little bit longer, a little bit narrower.
Big mouse.
He has his hood up, so you can't really see if he has mouse ears or not. But does appear to be a were-rat, as he described.
Cool.
And this massive thing bursts through the trees, and it is going to sprint up right behind you two. It'll be 20 feet behind you as it tears its way up. There is a stump that it passes as it is just frantically running towards you, that it doesn't even stop. One of its claws just picks it up and rips a piece of it out of the ground as it tears it out. This thing is huge. You can feel it shaking the earth as it walks. Next up is Loop.
It's far. It's gone already, right?
Yep. I mean, maybe.
I'm going to cast resistance on myself,
Sure.
and then hold the line as well.
Okay.
Hold the line.
Hold the line.
Sure. This. How tall are you?
2'10".
This 2'10" little individual sidles his way up to your shins, Holden, and prepares to hold the line beside you.
Boy, little guy.
Got my shield there. I'll
Next,
protect your lower bits if you protect my upper bits.
next is Bryn.
Impenetrable defense.
I'm gonna cast Chill Touch, which is 120 feet, so
Sure.
it'll reach him. Come on. Whoop. Oh.
Natural.
Absolutely in range.
Is it a ranged touch attack? What kind of an attack is
It's
it?
a ranged attack.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a recovery, just like a bow, just as if you were shooting a bow and rolled a critical one, you might hit your allies.
3.
You do hit your allies.
Shit.
Go ahead and roll damage. As this spectral hand leaves yours, and as it is flying towards the bear.
Oh, of course, that one was high.
What did you roll?
6.
6. Lily, you take 6 points of cold damage as this hand. It is heading between
It's okay.
you and Bryn, and there's a minute where you kind of stumble, and it is not totally Bryn's fault, not totally your fault, but you kind of stumble and fall into the spell as it this mist and frost kind of crackles over parts of you. After Bryn's turmeric.
Can I yell out to the bear? See if he understands it? If I understand him?
Sure. I mean, you heard him roar, and so much like the bird, it is not always literal word. Sometimes it'll be words, but sometimes it'll be you can understand each other without. You know how like Pikachu always understands Ash, even though it says Pika Pika, just like that. Where sometimes birds will just tweet, but they will obviously still understand you, and vice versa.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of voices to come up with, dude. Like, come on now.
Alright, I'll just ready my attack.
Sure. You can call out to him if you want to try. You don't know what kind of a response you'll get, or if you'll even really interpret the response.
I'll call out to him.
Sure. What do you want to say?
I'm gonna shout out his name.
Which is?
Hold on. Tiberius?
You shout out Tiberius?
If you rolled
Theodosius! My true name.
Whatever his name is.
What's his
say
name?
something.
What's his name, Mr. Low Intelligence? What are you yelling? Right now you're just like...
I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere.
Steve?
Stevie.
Alan?
I yell out Ben's master.
Sure, yeah. Oh, you have your communicate with beasts on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you yell it out.
Like, hey,
this-
Ben's master.
This bear is still just charges. And you can hear it. That was the bear rattling the mics. You can hear kind of roaring.
version.
What was his name again? Bump.
Do we hear him, Turmeric yell that out? Like,
Yeah.
do we can hear it?
Yeah,
Oh.
you hear him totally yell, "Hey, Ben's master!"
Really, I can't recall his name right now.
Tarum.
Tarum?
Tarum.
Ben is Ben's turn. Tumor, you do anything else? Anything else? You just
No,
yelling out. Okay. Ben will continue to run as he double moves back up to kind of hold the line with y'all. And to Lily, who's being chased, run!
Mine?
Yes,
Ben's?
it is your turn.
Okay. So, because I took damage,
Mm-hmm.
I have to make a wisdom saving throw, I think.
Oh, yes.
I think
yes,
so.
Yes. Let me just refresh my memory how that works for our first time here.
I think you do wisdom
I think
DC.
it's like a concentration check. Otherwise, you attack the target nearest to you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll.
No, I
So-
think it's 10 or half the damage.
Yeah, it says
just like
DC
exactly the
equals
same as
10
a
or half.
concentration check.
Is that what it is? Okay.
So, when I'm... What is it?
So it's just a
Wisdom.
D10, I believe.
So is this what I'm adding to my roll?
Sorry,
Okay.
D20.
Okay. Oh, not bad. 22, 23. What is it?
You resist. It's at the start of your turn. Okay, start of turn, you've taken any damage to the beginning of your last turn. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, so exactly like a concentration check.
Okay.
So you're good. You managed to fight off the rage. the bloodlust.
I'm gonna move 30 feet.
Sure.
I lost that. I don't even remember. Sorry. He's here.
He was 20 behind you, so you should be a total of 50 in front of him. Or 10 squares in front of the bear.
10 squares in front of the bear?
Yep.
10?
Yeah. I'm gonna ready myself for a blow, I guess, for him to.
You're going to ready yourself for a blow. Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I have my sword. Like, I'm gonna.
What do you,
Get
sword whip? What are we talking about here?
My sword.
Okay.
My sword has the silver on it.
Sure.
I'm bracing myself for impact.
Yeah, ready
I
an
guess.
attack in the event.
I do have my shield.
Okay.
Covered my face.
After
Hoping
Lily's
for the
hold.
best.
As Lily takes her sword and her shield in this kind of defensive stance, ready to. As this thing is approaching you, Lily, like, you're not sure how you're going to defend. Again, it's like a building that is charging you. Like this little shield and this little sword. All right.
I don't know either.
And from this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not in range for that. But I will take the face with my shield. Hold it up like this.
Sure.
And out of the eyes and the mouth, I cast a magic missile spell.
Ooh.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot
Go ahead and
about
roll damage
magic
as these
missile.
3 missiles all shoot out of one out of each eye in
2.
the mouth.
What's the range on that?
4, 120, and 5.
For a total of
Oh, it was 120.
5, 9, 10,
11.
11.
11 damage. Sure. As these 3 missiles, one out of each eye in the mouth, they slam into this werebear. How much is that? 11, sorry?
11.
Good thinking.
I know my spells. I only got 2.
I didn't realize it was 120 feet.
Math is
Oh
so
yeah, I
hard.
could have cast it over
Yeah,
here.
that's we should have been casting it a while ago.
After
I used one that I could do that. I just
after
didn't.
Holden is the bear who will close the distance. 5, 10, 15, 20. How far is it? He should be able to make it.
25, 30, 35.
40? Perfect. He does
Oh,
make
fuck.
it. As he comes just stampeding up. You can feel the ground shaking beneath you, Lily. As he
Go for
readies,
Lily!
just these 2 huge claws come up as it comes slamming down towards you.
And I cast protection, or I do protection, so that's disadvantage. Impose disadvantage on you.
I lost my...
Oh, you lost?
It's gone forever. I don't know. Hit the ground and disappeared. Can I borrow a D20?
What was it?
Magic.
It's a D20. Oh, God.
She's
Lily, as
heavy.
this big attack comes. Oh, it's so heavy.
At disadvantage.
At this, okay. 11 to hit.
No.
It's not enough, as that shield does come up. Both of you together with your shields kind of overlapping manage to just force
What
back
is it?
this one huge pause, and the second one comes flying in.
Jesus, Douglas, settle down.
16 to hit.
Hits.
All right. You.
Feeling this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I might-
I'm like, oh, this is gonna hurt a
I
lot.
need to retcon this. I'm 99. Oh no. Okay. Lily, you take 9 points of slashing damage as the second massive claw clubs
Do
you.
I? Because I have my resistance to. Hold on. Hold on. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, resistance. I have. Yeah.
You do?
Oh, I
This is-
gain +1 bonus to my AC. Ooh, sorry.
It doesn't
So
hit.
it doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit?
Doesn't hit.
What's your AC now?
It's 17.
Whoa, okay. Doesn't hit.
Sorry.
Let me just make sure it doesn't. As I'm looking at my own stats frantically. +7? Oh yeah, you're still good. Yes, all right. The shield comes up and you are able to resist it. And remember, if it's not silver or magic, you, like Tarum, are resistant to it. His name is Tarum, by the way. Tarum.
Terrible.
Got it.
Tear him up, you
Tarum.
damn right. Rip and tear him, know what I'm saying? Sloop's turn.
Barely knew him.
So I am going to use my bonus action to turn into a warhorse.
Wow.
Okay.
That is
I
sexy.
don't think any of us saw that coming. That's way bigger. A warhorse is like a medium animal, right?
Large beast.
Is it?
Yes.
Is a horse a large beast?
Yeah.
When he does-
you can ride it as a medium creature, so therefore it must be large.
Wow.
I guess. Okay. All right.
The science.
All right. So this,
Science.
this horse that is the size of this bear
Bryn's gonna see
suddenly
it and be like,
appears.
Whoa!
The wind, like this very tiny person being replaced by this very big, like the wind almost nuts. There's a thunderclap where all this air is just displaced. And there's a bit of a breeze.
And yeah, my mane and my tail are blue like my hair,
Nice. And like the mini.
and like the
That's
mini.
cool.
Nice.
That's
Good
super
touch.
cool.
And
Settle.
I will
Come-
use a trampling charge.
To come
If I
complete.
move at least 20 feet straight towards a creature when I attack it, it has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Sure.
I'll have to hit with the attack first, so move me right in beside it. Just like that. And
As this massive horse,
9 to hit.
a 9 is not enough. As you charge it, it just digs its claws in, and there's this kind of unstoppable force meeting the immovable object as these two collide.
I tried to just like run it straight over, and like the front of my horse chest like just bashes into it, but it
Yeah, kind of shoulder checks you out of the way.
Yeah, we kind of just bounce off each other.
After Lupus Bryn.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at level 2.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it! Which
Do it. Hey, I found someone. Whoops.
means I
Hey,
get
it's me.
4 darts instead of 3. 4. 4.
That one, eh?
What the shit?
Do I have my...
7.
It's gone forever.
Oh, what was that?
Just jump.
What the
11.
fuck? All these dice.
That was magic.
For 13 damage.
13 points of damage as 4 missiles
As a 4
come
missile.
and smash into it.
I
Sure.
need to mark off.
It seems mad as this happens. It roars.
It should be. It should.
Can I have my, like...
Can you have your what?
Is it this one?
Oh,
Yeah,
your
it's this
lichen
one.
form? Yeah, you're supposed to be.
So tiny.
Either you like him or you don't.
After Bryn is Turmeric.
And cause he wasn't answering back when I was trying to talk to him, I'm gonna rage out.
Sure.
So mad.
5:30. Can't quite reach him yet. And I'm gonna talk to him again.
Sure. What is it?
Oh, I just forgot his name again.
What? You didn't write it down?
Jay doesn't play the player. Jay plays the character, which I enormously respect. Intelligence 5 is hard, you know what I'm saying? All right, after turmeric is Ben.
Really? Come on.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh. Oops.
Whoa.
Tear him. Tear him up.
Alright, Ben will
You should write it down.
Ben will double move to surround this creature. And as Ben runs up, as Turmeric forgets his name again, looking up to this massive bear that just towers over him, he's, Terum, stop! And he doesn't seem to heed Ben's warning. After Ben is Lily.
All right. I can't.
Is he in these blocks?
We're 5 away. No, he still only covers 4 squares, but Holden and you are 5 feet away from him. And Lily is 1 square closer. We could, just reorganize down
Yeah,
there.
he's right there. She's right there. I was one behind him.
Oh, I said.
Yeah, and push me not sharing its space as well.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm gonna move. So I'm like back here.
Mm,
Can I
yeah.
go through. Ben
You can
to,
go
like-
through Ben Square, yeah.
So I'm not backing away or anything.
Yep, you can move through an ally as long as you don't end there.
'Kay.
And if they allow you, which he does.
Okay.
Big heel turn. Oh, fuck you. Pushes you into the bear.
Oh no! I'm gonna
do
cast
that.
my right.
Sure.
So yeah.
Lose your
cast my
3.
right.
Your hit points go down by
Yeah.
3. As your sword crackles to life with lightning.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna do my blood curse.
Sure. Yeah. You can definitely do them both in a turn.
Okay.
I think you're right. I think the curse is the bonus. It doesn't really matter. What does the curse do? Remind me. It makes him take 1d4 more from your.
So like double
right?
damage.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
For whatever.
Yeah. As you draw your sword, you, in your practice motion, draw a little bit of your blood, and watch as the lightning crackles down the length of the sword.
Okay. That's I think my turn. I don't think I can hit or anything
I'm looking
now.
at that crimson right. Is that an action?
My igniting my
Yeah.
right is an action.
It is an action. It's a full action. You have to skip a turn to do it.
Because it says
As a bonus action, you may imbue a single weapon. Okay, so Crimson Red is a bonus action. Let me see what the curse is. You only have 1 bonus a turn, so you might not be able to do both, but you
Okay.
will be able to attack. They are both bonus actions. The
They're-
curse is a bonus action, and the right is a bonus action. So you have 1 bonus action a turn. So you can curse, or you can do the right, but then you also have an action, so you can attack, or whatever you want to use your action for.
Yeah. So can I still I can attack then with my
You can do the right, and you can attack, but you can't do the curse till next turn.
got it. Okay. Let's do that.
Do it. Go ahead, roll. As this blue-white lightning crackles down the length of your sword.
Natural 20.
That's a crit.
So
That is critical.
adding my D4. So what do I do with
What's your
Okay.
weapon?
it's just my longsword. Oh, okay, sorry. So D8. This one's the D8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do this one.
Mm-hmm. And the D4, and then just
This
double
one?
that D8.
Oh man.
But you get to double the
Yeah.
So 2,
2 and 2.
4. So 4. 4 damage.
Plus your dexterity or strength modifier.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Plus your hybrid form, I believe, gives you
Sorry.
1 more.
So
Right? Or what is...
okay, what are we at? We're at so 3.
Also, roll me a concentration check at the beginning of your turn before we do any of this. Listen, it's a homebrew class, and we just hit level 3. We'll figure this out.
Yeah,
It's our first
sorry, guys.
first date level 3. No, I don't know it either. I totally forgot that.
Okay, so I roll, but I didn't get hit. I didn't
Yeah,
take
last
damage.
time
Oh,
you
you're
take-
right.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So
you
I'm
did,
still-
and then
that's
it went
why
up.
I'm-
Yeah. Sorry,
so I'm
you're
still
totally
good.
correct. Totally correct. Yep.
So this is 3, and then I add my double, so for 4.
Yeah, so 2, and then that's double.
Yeah,
so
4.
plus
And then your weapon stat.
2, because this is 1d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
So then another 2, so you're at
6
plus. I don't know.
My-
No, that plus 2 is probably the weapon stat.
Yeah,
I
that's the
think
weapon
so.
stat.
Yeah.
But then she has her hybrid form.
I'm looking right now.
I don't think I gain anything.
It does something. Is it just the AC?
If I do my unarmed strike, in my hybrid,
that's
then I
probably
get-
what it is.
And his
some
advantage.
damage.
How much damage did you take then? I'll double check this. We'll call this for now.
6.
6
Just
damage?
6,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, as you... How much of that was weapon damage?
Only
Really bad.
the
2 of
D8
it, right?
and then 2. So 3. 3 was weapon damage.
Okay, and you do still have the silver on. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So that's your first hit with silver.
Yes.
As you strike, you notice that silver, you think is going to last exactly 2 hits. And appears to be half gone.
Okay.
After Lily is Holden. That's you.
Tear him up.
You gain a bonus to melee damage rolls equal to half your proficiency bonus rounded down. Bonus to melee damage rolls equal to half your proficiency rounded down. So just a +1 right now. Flat +1. So he took 1 more point of damage.
So 7.
Yeah. So change that +2 to a +3 for now. Will
Okay.
probably be the easiest way to remember that.
Okay.
but you do have to all melee attacks, and you have advantage on strength and strength saving throws while you are changed. Sorry, Holden, what'll it be? What'll it be, bud?
6. Large creature,
Large.
and that's 1 step larger than medium.
That's correct.
Okay.
1 step smaller than huge, and 2 steps smaller than gargantuan.
Okay. Is it still facing the way it's facing?
Yeah, it went, and then Lily moved. Yep, it has not had its turn to turn yet. That's correct.
I am going to try to sock it in the face with my silvered shield.
Sure. You step up 5 feet.
Oh yeah, I have to do that.
What'd you roll?
Not good, actually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's a hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
Okay. Good then.
It's a bear not wearing armor. It's
Yeah.
not too tough to hit.
I like step that extra 5 feet and I fucking hit it again with the walloping edge that is silvered.
Oh, the walloping edge. Okay.
Walloping edge.
Sure.
That's
It's a good Chaltian word, walloping.
That's 5, 6.
6 points of damage.
No, wait. What do I add? Strength, right?
Mhm.
8.
Points of damage. Good.
Yeah. And then I am going to Action Surge and to attack again.
Sure.
Whoa. 1.
A 1
1.
is not enough. This is not a range. Go ahead. See if you fumble your weapon. I love critical ones. Failures are as fun as successes, you know? Yeah, you hang on to it easily enough.
And as a bonus action with Tavern Brawler, because I hit with an improvised weapon, I'm going to try grappling. It.
Okay.
A bear?
Yes.
Well, it's law. If we're gonna
Probably
call your
fine.
shield an improvised, all right.
Absolutely
For
is.
today, we can. But
Is it not?
well, no, it's definitely a weapon with all the bonuses and ways you know how to fight with it, and the fact that it acts with real weapon stats means it is not a improvised. It is a great axe.
Yeah, an improvised weapon would be something that
Like a
does
stick?
1 damage
Yeah.
plus your modifier.
No.
It is a weapon ass weapon that
At
you have
any
learned
rate,
to fight with.
Tavern Brawler allows me. What does it say?
I would.
When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target.
I don't think that would apply
Okay,
here.
that's fine. That's fine.
Is that a feat or is that just a class thing?
That's a feat.
I don't think that applies here. I would also let you repick that feat if knowing now what you know about. Not right now, but after the session we can talk. Where your shield will not be an improvised weapon, so that might not be as useful as you thought it was.
I am a shield master.
Yeah, because we worked out a little. It's a little. It's
Yeah,
a little,
yeah.
little home rules because you really want to fight with a shield.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not an improvised weapon.
Okay.
We'll talk
well,
after.
We'll talk
but
about
yeah,
that,
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that doesn't apply here.
Yeah, that's fine. So I just hit it once and not hit it again.
Okay. As there's this, you sock it and it's like punching a big bear. Roars. After holding his bear. Who is going to? He's going to turn, and he's going to continue to attack Lily. Who?
Come at me, bitch.
Yes, just socked him with the lightning. This very peculiar form of lycanthrope. The first claw comes down for a 22 to hit.
Okay.
As it socks you. Second attack is 15 to hit.
Holy shit. Can't even see.
Like that doesn't hit right because you're a 16.
Wait, what? The second one's
15 to
Oh,
hit the
sorry. I
second
thought
one.
you were like 15 damage, and I'm
No,
like,
no, no,
oh
no,
shit.
no. Second one is 15 to hit. Does that hit?
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay, so one hit.
Yes, one hit.
You take 7 points of slashing damage, which you
Okay,
are
okay.
resistant to. As the claw round down, so 3
Ha.
points. 3 points as it
So just 3 points?
rakes you for a little bit. You watch as this These bear claws do rake you across the chest, and there's these 3 deep wounds, but they seem to close up almost as soon as they open.
Nice.
Most of them, anyways. Next is Luke.
All right. I'm going to turn around and run 30 feet that way.
Okay. Take an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. 21
That's
to
it.
hit.
Yeah, that's it.
You take 12 points of slashing damage
Okay.
as you turn around and this big claw comes and just rakes the side of your massive warhorse flank.
And then I will turn around again
Okay.
and charge at it. 19.
19.
19 is a hit.
So it has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Ooh. Strength saving throw. 16.
Okay, it's good. So it takes 8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
I will then use...
How much damage did you deal the first time, sorry?
I didn't hit it the first time.
Oh, right. You just charged right up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action to eat a first level spell to regain, I think just 3 hit points. I will see if there's any modifiers, but I think it's just 3 hit points.
Your natural recovery
Yeah.
thing, whatever it's called. Okay. After Loop is Bryn.
I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Sure. What's a cloud of daggers do?
Okay, so
Careful with
you
that one.
fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side. So I assume that's just like a single cube. Centered on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Sure.
So I'm gonna cast it, I guess, on, because you're
Right in
covering
them.
like 4 of them. So I'm gonna just pick this one,
Sure.
and then I'll roll 4d4.
It will take the damage on the start of its turn. I think it said, right? When it starts or enters the area.
Yeah, takes it. Yeah, when it starts its turn. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7
Sure.
points of damage.
What's this spell look like?
There's a cloud of daggers on the ship.
Is there really?
Yeah, I think
There's what? There is?
A Cloud of Daggers mini we have
Oh,
apparently.
that'd be cool. It's just gonna, all these daggers are gonna like lift up from my hand, and then they're gonna shoot across and start hovering and just like jabbing them.
Sure. Just like the stream of daggers like flying out of your sleeves. Like, sure. Yeah, as they frantically are spinning, filling that space.
Cool.
He'll take the damage on his turn. After Bryn,
It lasts a minute, so
10 rounds. You have concentration, so
Yeah, I
put a
have
concentration marker on yourself and grab some. Can you grab some pop rings while you're in there, Oj? Pop rings?
I don't know if you wanted to like,
Concentration
mark
markers.
that.
He's grabbing
One.
the...
He's getting the cloud of daggers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then.
So yes, 10 rounds from now, if this combat is still going in 10 rounds, that cloud of daggers, assuming you're still concentrating on it, will end. After Bryn is Turmeric.
So rage out and attack him.
Sure. You raged last turn. Did you take damage last turn?
Nope.
So your rage
Again.
ended. Yeah. Okay. So this is your second rage.
Or is these?
Oh, you moved everybody.
Just Bryn. That's the concentration marker.
And I'm going to attack him recklessly.
Sure.
That's called. Or is it 11?
Where did all my pencils go? Well, you can pass me a pencil.
14.
None of these work.
I know, none of mine work. I just need to mark this off.
5, 19.
19's a hit.
And
Core roll damage.
Also, I keep forgetting to remind you to spell his name correctly on the thing.
Turmeric?
Yeah. You spelled it. Like,
Turmeric. It's spelled like the root, but it's pronounced turmeric, is it not?
there's no R.
The real word has
Turmeric.
2 R's. Are you spelled like the real word?
No.
All right.
Turmeric.
You're a liar. You told me it was spelled
Like the root.
like the root. You said turmeric
That's
like the
because we
root.
all thought it was.
I knew it wasn't.
And then we saw it in the supermarket.
Nope.
Nay, fucking nay. There.
There you go.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Like the root.
8 damage.
8 points of damage, and you still have silver on your weapon.
Yes.
All right. Half your silver remains.
Half.
This is your first time hitting, right?
I'll write that down.
Okay. After turmeric is Ben, who is going to claws come out, go in for.
Has advantage.
Ben has advantage.
Cause my
I don't know what happened to
wolf
her.
totem.
Excuse me. What are you saying to me right now?
My wolf totem.
Okay.
My spirit totem. Wolf.
Gives every. What does it do? Read it. What is the effect?
When in range, like, I wrote this down for no reason. Members gain advantage on attack rolls against hostile enemies 5 feet from me.
5 feet from you.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Where are you?
The hostile. He's 5 closer than he looks. He's in melee range. The read. I need the wording on that ability. The hostile is within 5 feet, or the ally is within 5 feet.
When the hostile is like
5
close
feet
to
from
me,
you.
then
Everyone else gets advantage.
yeah.
Okay. Ben's gonna make his attacks. Just verify that. That is a miss. Wow, and that is a natural 1.
Advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet of you that is hostile to you.
Oh, but he has advantage. I always forget.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben misses all his attacks with advantage.
Oh my god.
As he's just got these little claws, and he's trying to get him in where he can. He's trying to. He's making these. You see a few little cuts for him, but they immediately seal back up almost as soon as he makes them. Next is Lily.
So does that mean we all get advantage on attacks on this? Wow.
Melee attack.
Oh, melee attacks. Oh, okay. Then not me. Unless I'm in there.
I'm gonna bonus action my blood curse.
Okay.
Zoobajiboo. And
what you say.
then what? Zoobajiboo.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna attack.
Sure.
So advantage, right?
Apparently.
That's cool. That's cool. I would just add like 2 to it, right?
Plus
What
your
am I adding?
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Okay. So 14. Oh. 14.
Is enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
So D8.
And it's
then
4.
my D4.
And just double the D4.
Double the D4.
And you are out of silver.
Okay. What is that? 10? Right? 6 plus 4?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
And then
Plus
10
2.
10?
How many attacks
Plus
are
two?
you allowing
12?
for this all?
And then
2 attacks.
plus 4.
No, you already doubled it. You already
14.
doubled it. You already doubled the.
No, she didn't.
You didn't double the D4?
No.
I didn't double
But she
the
rolled
D4.
4 the first time anyways.
Okay. So a total of.
14.
Would you roll the D? Is that right?
You rolled
6 plus
6
8.
plus 4.
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, 4.
okay.
6 plus
Alright.
4 was the
Alright,
10,
alright.
plus my 2 was the...
That sounds legit, I suppose.
12 plus 4.
Cheaters.
16.
So 16.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. As you stick your sword in, and like these huge lightning bolts.
Oh, wait. I have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit! I'm gonna always forget. Yeah, you do have to. Maybe none of this matters.
Okay.
Yeah, you did take damage last turn.
I did.
DC. Well, how much damage did you take? Do you remember?
Only 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Roll wisdom save. Low.
Hi.
Attack the nearest ally to you.
No.
Attack that fucking horse.
Yeah.
10 plus...
Unless you're negative wisdom.
13.
I think you're fine. Yep, so the turn proceeds as normal. He takes his damage.
Okay.
Huge lightning bolts arcing across him with that curse. Next is Holden.
Just continue to attack it.
Sure.
Had advantage.
You want another?
No, I've got to.
Oh, yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
That's a hit. Is that your first hit with the shield?
No, this would be my
Second? Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9.
9 points, sure. As you bring your shield in the socket. And you can hear the like sizzling as the silver powder makes contact with it. But as you pull your shield back, it appears to all be gone. No more silver for Holden. After Holden is the bear,
He gets
who takes 7 points of damage from the cloud of daggers. As it cuts him up.
Nice.
Little cuts. He's still looking mad, we'll say. What kind of I gotta know. He can't move, hey? He's like totally penned in.
That's why
Alright, he's gonna attack Lily then.
I cast that. Bitch can't move.
I'll wait for it to be here.
I think he can still get out, but it's
He would take an attack of opportunity from
yeah.
every person.
Assuming he wants to retreat.
Yeah.
He totally still could.
He's gonna attack Lily. I'll wait for Lily to get back before I unleash the pain.
Shit, she probably fine.
Well, that first one's gonna hit. If they both would have missed, we could have just moved on. Say they both missed. Let's keep going. But obviously, that first one hit. Lily, first attack comes flying in 17. As the bear claws come down, not the donuts, the weapons. The second attack,
Cookies.
Not the dim.
23 to hits.
Yes.
I've also been rolling the wrong damage dice, so prepare for real damage dice.
You hit for like 19.
Oh, I was rolling 1d10. It's 2d8.
Oh.
Which is a lot worse. You take 13 points of slashing damage,
Just from
which is halved, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Because it's not
halved.
magic or not silver. As this huge claw, two huge claws come.
so how much would it be? Sorry.
6 points of
Six,
damage. Because everybody is resistant.
15.
15. And as you're watching, several of these small wounds that you've been making are seemingly some do remain. The ones made with the silver seem to stick around, but several of the others are knitting themselves closed as you watch. After bear is loop.
Alright, now that I know I'm taking 2d8 damage if I run away,
You coward.
just gonna stand where I am.
Oh, you coward. You hit by lightning. Mr. Metagamer, as Holden calls you.
Fuck, I can't handle 2d8 plus X. Just die.
You coward. I shouldn't have even said anything. I
shouldn't have said
didn't want people to think I was cheating. I was like, oh, it's 21 points of damage, huh? Or whatever the fuck it works out to.
I'm just so fucked. You know what? Screw metagaming. I am doing the same move.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Attack of opportunity!
You got this.
It is a natural 20. Can we verify? Can we verify? I did not touch it. I do not want people to think I'm cheating. That is clearly a natural 20.
Alright, move me back to within...
Every time I roll it,
5
I
feet?
feel like I'm cheating.
because I will probably not be moving anymore.
You're not gonna do that?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are we?
It's,
I see what
it's a
you're saying.
crit.
Yeah.
So he's
So I'm gonna take a lot of
probably
damage.
gonna die.
Well, I'm not gonna die.
Well, you might
Probably
be
not
out.
going to die. You take 28 plus 3 is 31 points
31? Okay.
of slashing damage for this massive crit.
So I take that, and then I take
That's huge.
21 more.
Do you poof back?
Yeah, and then I take the overage.
Okay. As these...
So I'm at 4.
You're still conscious.
So you're not on horse.
Yes, as you go to
I'm
turn,
no longer a horse.
these huge claws come and strike your side, and you change back.
I'll turn back
We
into
had the
horse.
folks at the table. For the podcast listeners, that was a verified, authentic, natural 20 for the record.
I'll use my bonus action to turn back to a horse.
Okay. Is this like big, small, big?
And then continue my plan of attack.
Sure.
Double twos.
Is not enough. The confusion of the rapid shape changes has you a little disoriented as you try to get your attack in and can't quite connect. After Loop is Bryn.
I don't really have anything left.
What do you have to do for the concentration? That spell?
You haven't been hit.
I haven't been hit.
Oh, I see.
I don't have to do anything. I guess
What did you do last turn?
the cloud
Cloud of
daggers.
daggers.
Oh, okay, you haven't had a turn since?
No.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna do.
Or me can't.
What's
So I can't I can't cast if I'm concentrating.
concentration is half damage
Or 10, yeah.
or 10. Okay, so I keep my spell
Which. What? Which spell?
resistance.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a spell. Okay. And you can B shape. You can B shape through that, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can't cast another concentration
once it's
spell.
cast.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right? Spells are fine,
Yes.
but no concentrating while you're concentrating.
Yeah. Okay,
Unless
that
you
makes
drop
sense.
the first
Unless you draw, yeah. Magic Missile,
Right.
totally cool. Other
Okay.
concentration spell, not allowed.
Then I guess I'm gonna do magic missile
Alright.
at level 1.
Sure.
That's all I really have left to do. So it's just 3. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 points of damage. Holy.
I'll mark off level 1.
There's 3 more missiles. Spiral out. Collapsing on him. He seems to be getting madder and madder. Every time he gets hit, he gets a little louder, a little more frantic. After Bryn is Turmeric.
Reckless attack.
Sure.
Uh, 18, 23.
The 23 is a hit.
Ooh, max damage. 8 plus 3 is 11.
11, and that's silvered, right?
Plus 2 for my rage.
Okay, and that is still silvered?
Yeah, that's my last silver.
Okay. Yeah, you take a big cut out of him, and it sizzles as your blade touches. As that silver reacts with its flesh. After Turmeric is Ben, who I guess is just gonna get his claws in there again. He's gonna go for 2 more claw attacks with advantage. Okay. The first one's a hit. The first one's a hit. As Ben deals 6 points of piercing damage as his claws find their way in for a few attacks.
Oh, time, Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
You do
hear
watch as those holes seem to close up a little bit. After Ben is Lily, roll a concentration check for your bloodlust. How much damage did you take last time?
6.
All right, roll a
Yeah.
wisdom save.
Ah, you're still fine.
11.
Oh, is enough. Is enough. It's your turn.
Going to hit with my sword. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to decide if I was gonna amplify my blood curse or not. But I don't think he has resistance to lightning, so
You wouldn't think so.
no. So- 17.
You have advantage. That's a hit, but you might crit.
Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. sorry.
Some meteor flew in from space.
17.
Is a hit.
This one. This one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
Double the 4.
Nice.
So 5.
Do you still have silver or not?
I don't know.
No.
No, I don't
I
think
think
so.
you might be out as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 5, 6, 7 plus my 2.
Okay. So
Okay.
How much? What's on the dice?
This is 1.
That's 1. Okay, so 3 points of weapon damage, 6 points of lightning damage.
Yes.
Okay. It will matter for this fight, how the damage breaks down.
Okay.
Because he is resistant to the weapon, but not to the lightning. After Lily is Holden.
How's he looking? How's this bear looking?
Nice. Seems like he's ready to do this all night.
Fucker.
Fucker indeed.
What's that? Oh, thanks.
By our estimation, now that our weapons aren't silvered, what is that? He gets resistance to that stuff, or...
I'm not sure. How many lycanthropes have you fought in your life?
Hey, Ben. By your estimation, now that our weapons...
You want to use your 6 seconds saying this?
Now that our weapons aren't silvered...
Just a minute!
What happens?
I'll answer on my turn!
What happened?
He's attacking.
Yeah, right. Well, let's find out. I take a two-handed blow
Oh,
at the base of his skull,
sure.
if I can reach. I'm not gonna reach.
You have advantage.
Oh, fucking right, I do.
I gotta kill that orc.
Wow. No, what is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's not enough. As you try, it's just too big. As you kind of wait for your spot to try to hit the back of the skull, it just never, the window of opportunity never presents itself. And it is the bear's turn, who takes the cloud of knives damage.
Yeah. Do I roll again, or are we just going to keep it the same?
Roll again, or I can roll whatever you want.
What is it? 44?
Yeah.
2. 3.
And on his turn, I guess he's gonna turn and attack Turmeric because this is getting him nowhere. Actually, he's gonna take that
9.
big fucking horse. 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As the daggers cut into him again. Man, yeah, he's gonna attack that big horse that just poofed and unpoofed as he turns to face Loop. 2. That's cocked. 2 attacks. The first one is a
Also,
16. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the second one is also 16.
Oh.
As
That's
2 large claws come flying down.
Oh, that's big.
Hey, the first one is 11 points of slashing damage. The second one is a measly 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
As 2 claws.
I am,
Come racing in.
take a little overage. And am back to...
as you shrink down again.
move me back 5 feet because I can take any space.
After is Loop's turn.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yeah, but 3.
Excellent. Excellent.
Bleeding pretty profusely.
Am I able to silver someone else's weapon?
Yes. I don't know.
Is anyone...
Maybe I'll say you can give them your silver as a free action if you want to chuck it, but I don't think you'd be able to, like, let me see your sword. Hang on. I got 6 seconds. No, let me do this. Like, I don't think I don't think you'd be able to silver somebody else's weapon as an action.
Can I give someone my weapon?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
mine's
Or
less
you can
overall.
throw it. I'll let you throw the pouch if you want to somebody else.
Anyone good with a quarterstaff?
I am.
I think I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure.
Level 2 Cure Wounds.
Big heal for a little man.
For 13.
There you go.
Sure. After Loop is Holden.
And then I'm gonna move around to in behind Turmeric.
Okay. Holden.
Again? Already?
I think so. Is that
No, I missed my...
Bear? Oh, sorry, Bryn.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bryn.
Me?
Yeah. Loop and Lily are both 4 letters and start with L. I often get them confused on my sheet.
Does it cost an action to give a weapon?
You can drop it for free.
Okay.
Then I gotta pick it up.
Okay.
And I'll say you can pick up as a. I think it's an action. I'm sure pick up is a. It's either.
an
I'm sure it's defined. It's either a bonus or an action.
It's an action.
It is an action to pick up a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Don't give it to me.
No, you don't want it. Okay.
I'll lose my rage.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna try casting Chill Touch
Sure.
again.
Like 0 and 8.
Snipe that hand right through.
0 and 8.
Just don't roll a 1.
Whoa.
You won't hit your
7.
allies. 7 is not enough. Yeah, the hand. It's just too hard to snipe between this crowd of people in front of you.
It's supposed to be my signature move. I can't even do it.
Yeah, at the risk of hitting one of your allies again, at the last second, you kind of decide to pull it wide as it fires off in the sky. After Bryn's turmeric. Turmeric.
Yeah. Now you got it.
Turmeric.
Raids
Turmeric?
tombs.
Turmeric.
Attack him?
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
Is it hit? You're sans silver now, correct?
I am no silver. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's a 6.
A 6?
6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2 for my range.
For a total of 11? Half, okay.
So what was it?
As you bring your attack in, as you bring your sword in, you watch as a good portion of the wound, as you draw back and make this big cut on its back, you watch as a good portion of it closes up, knits itself. It appears to regenerate or heal.
Is talking action?
As long as it's quick, it's free action. As long as it's not a
I'm
whole.
just gonna scream his name.
Sure.
Taram! Taram!
Sure. After Turmeric is Ben, who is looking around for whoever was. Silver, keep attacking! And goes in for more claw attacks. And hits the first one, and hits the second one.
Both
There
with
you go.
advantage?
Oh, I forgot. He might crit. No crit. No crit. Yeah, it brings in the attacks. And you watch as 2 more claws. He sinks him in. These are big hits. Sinks him in deep. And it's like kind of sinks both his hands in at once with these little claw tipped. They're almost like needles. His fingers in his hybrid form. And he pulls him back. And you watch as Taram's blood kind of splatters back on him. After Ben is Lily. Did you take damage? No, right?
I don't think so. No.
All right.
Do not think so. So
Listen. Trying to find Luke Morton.
the hellish rebuke thing. Can I use it says the creature that has damaged me? Like he's.
So when you take
within?
damage,
I think it's a reaction.
yeah, it's a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you take damage, you can do it, and you'll have 1 reaction per turn.
Okay. I'm going to just attack.
Go ahead and roll.
How does it work?
Advantage.
Is Hellish Rebuke? That's a spell, isn't it?
It's a spell-like effect. I don't. It might be considered a spell.
I mean, but
It's magic damage.
Yeah, but she doesn't have like a spell slots.
4, right?
So how'd that work? Because I know
like
it's a
Holden-
race feature.
Yeah, it didn't take a spell slot of Kendrick's when he was a bard. It doesn't use a spell slot.
It never happened actually.
Yeah, you should.
It happened once actually.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
I
take a
did-
spell slot.
Oh,
No, just a thing you can do as a tiefling. What's the roll, sir?
13.
13
Yeah, it was a
that's an
little.
awesome thing then.
is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Gosh.
It's a bear. It's a large bear
No way.
with really no armor. It's very easy to hit. It's just
Keeps
tough as fuck.
Missing.
Let me tell you, about as easy to hit as a warhorse.
Okay.
Damage it up.
2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. So 6.
So 4 points of lightning damage. And how much weapon damage?
This one, right?
Yep. Plus
2.
your bonus.
5.
So-
So 5 here.
And then 4 lightning.
4 lightning.
Okay. Gotcha. Total of 6. cannot do math silently. If you want to know exactly how much damage he's doing, Oliver, just listen to me try to do math. After Lily's Holden. You coward. Sorry.
Yeah, just I'll keep trying to bash him two-handed. This dice sucks.
You get
guys.
advantage, though.
Fucking rights. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll. And I think you're out of silver, right?
Out of some.
Okay. What?
I'm just trying to figure out your math.
Oh.
He's already said it a couple times.
I know. I haven't been paying attention. Which one's the D10? The soft?
Not a
diamond?
secret. Yeah, soft diamond is a D10. This one.
What is that? Yeah, it's I lost. Sorry, Matt.
What the fuck is there's like 10 rolls over here?
This one's legit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Did you roll 1 on the dice? Okay, I believe that is the most legit.
Yeah.
4 points of damage with no silver?
Yeah.
Okay. You hit him and it kind of, but seems pretty ineffective.
Okay.
After holding his bear.
In my block.
He's gonna take more cloud damage.
That's right, he's gonna take the cloud damage, I guess. He's got a bit of room to move at least.
Did he hear me talk to him? Yell out his name?
We'll see. We will see.
7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 11 points of damage.
Jesus, as these blades are just spinning, cutting him up. 11 points of damage? Okay. He's got a bit of room to move. Where Lily's right here?
I'm like right
No,
up in his
Lily's right
biz.
Oh no, Lily is
Yeah, I'm right there.
So he's gonna move. Holden's right there.
Don't run away from me.
Gonna take 4 attacks of opportunity.
Maybe. If he moves here, he'll take 1. Yes, he's gonna move here and he'll take 1 from Ben. Because he's still.
Aw, man.
And he's out of the cloud of daggers.
Fucking Ben.
So he will move. Ben will take his
Can you move that?
2 attacks of opportunity.
Bonus action?
Does he still have advantage? What is the reading? If it's in
read it
melee
again,
range?
but I don't-
Because I think he does for these attacks of opportunity.
He'd only get 1 attack of opportunity, though.
No multi attack on. Oh.
No, it's only ever 1 attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. But that's from each of us, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody does 1 attack, but he can't multi attack. I see. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, because he's.
Misses the attacks. Yep. Yeah.
Who did you attack?
Ben attacked the bear who moved.
Oh, right.
And he's going to stop there. He's going to move the 5 feet out of the daggers and is going to turn and attack Lily. With 2! That's natural 1 attacks. The second one does hit.
It doesn't say anything about moving.
How you know it
17.
hits?
17's a
I
hit?
don't think
It's
so. It just says
hits.
Okay. Your AC is 17?
It
Oh, yeah, with the
is
hybrid
17.
form? Alright.
centered on a point you choose within range.
You take 3 points of slashing damage. I'm sorry, 4 points of slashing damage, but
So
it is halved, yes. Take that. And it
Is it on my turn though?
I'm gonna
Nope,
Google.
now.
Right now? Fucking.
Hellish Rebuke? What do I do? Wisdom save?
Yeah.
On
wisdom
it.
saves. Hold on. Let's see.
15.
Dex saving throw.
Oh, that might be higher.
2.
That is higher. 16.
I don't know. How do I know?
What is your spell save DC? 10.
Your spell save
Plus
DC will be probably
Whatever your stat
What
is.
is my
probably 12.
stuff?
is my
I
guess.
think it has it here.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think.
going to say 16 is
when I Google
guaranteed
it,
enough to resist
I
that.
also don't have another level
Just to
2
keep it
spell slot
moving?
to recast it. So,
I don't know if this is empty.
Yeah,
right,
that can't be right.
but I
So
got
it
in
should be 8
3
plus your
separate.
proficiency plus
hits
your
with it, so.
modifier, which for you should be Dex.
So 16 is enough to resist. Figure out whatever that is, but 16 is enough to resist that.
Okay, so now you're
and
gonna
we'll move on.
take half.
Oh, is it half?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, roll damage.
So do you have? Can I do 2d10s?
Roll your d10 twice. What's gonna happen when you roll 66? What's gonna happen when we're level 6 and you have to roll 66?
Because I don't know all the dice yet, so I only have what I need out here.
You don't have any d10s?
No, I have them, but they're put away. Is that a d10?
Madam. Madam.
They're put away, so I don't get confused.
Roll that
and I'm
d10
like,
twice. Let's get her going here.
Sorry,
What's that?
I don't know.
7.
70. Big damage.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Okay, 7.
6.
13 half. Of cold damage, is that right?
Fire damage.
Fire damage? Okay. Is hellish rebuke fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
Infernal. They're
14.
Very good.
I thought it was cold for some reason. Okay. After that was bear is loop.
All right.
He seems in, for the amount of attacks he's taken, relatively good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding a little bit here and there. Patches of fur, you can see a few missing, but
How's
appears to be regenerating
how you feeling?
most of this.
In a number between 1 and 20.
Me?
7. So
I'm feeling about a 7.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right. I'll.
not great.
Me too.
Can I?
The DM will remember that.
Yeah,
Give
I
or
can
take.
get.
Give or take.
I can go around this way and get to right there. Yeah. And then I will cast Cure Light Wounds on Lily.
Thank you.
For 5 healing.
Lily's heal for 5.
Thank you.
After loop is Bryn.
Motherfucker. Okay. I guess I'll just magic missile again. Nothing else right now. Yep. Magic
Okay.
missile. 4,
3 more bolts.
5. For 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. There's 3 more missiles. Fly into it. After Bryn is turmeric.
take another swing. How long has it been?
Since what?
Since my first rage.
4 rounds? 5 rounds, maybe?
Is that like a minute?
No, that's 10. A minute is 10 rounds.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
Sweet.
You're good.
Keep
Rarely do combats go a minute. This one might.
14.
Yeah, I hope not.
14?
3,
That's
17.
enough. Go ahead, roll
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, this is only round 5.
Buckle up, mother
Sorry,
flushers.
round 6.
I'm gonna yell out.
Like Captain America said to Captain America, I can do this all night.
This isn't to everybody.
It's true. I liked when he said it to himself, though.
8 damage.
8
And as I swing,
unsilvered damage.
I'm gonna be like, Tarum, control yourself.
The saving
He roars back at you.
was...
Do I
Yeah.
understand his rule?
And that's
Pretty
spell?
sure.
It doesn't seem to be you do or you would. It doesn't seem to be any verbal communication. It is a animalistic roar. After turmeric is Ben. Oh, he's gonna move 5 feet up and just keep poking away. Does he still have advantage?
Mm-hmm. I'm still raging.
He misses. And the second one. He hits! As he brings his little needle fingers in. After Ben is Lily. You're starting to realize that... Well, maybe. Yeah, I suppose you realize what you realize. Lily, it's your turn. Carry on. Ignore me. Did you take damage last turn? You did.
Yeah.
Concentration check. Come on.
Oh, I'm good. It's like 14.
That's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
No advantage.
I haven't rolled.
That was a save.
That was an attack.
Yeah, that was the
throw.
wisdom save. That's gonna need
Nice.
advantage.
Yeah. There we go.
That's it.
Okay. And away we go. Right. So 6 weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then
4.
4 lightning.
Okay. These massive blue bolts crackle across, and you can smell cooking bear
Yeah, I can't see it.
as it's happening. He's shown some signs of wear and tear at long last. He's seeming a little beat up.
He's in the red zone.
Well, I don't know if I'd say he's in the red zone. It's Holden's turn.
The yellow zone.
Holden's turn here. Yeah, green approaching yellow.
Do you have any good berries?
Like a mango, really. Kind of unripe mango,
Unripe
I suppose.
Fucking Kate. Another double-handed blow.
Go roll damage. No, go roll attack.
There you go. That'll hit. 24.
See if you crit.
I rolled 2 already.
Oh, 24's hit.
Yeah.
For a whopping 4 points of damage. Punk. Punk. Doesn't even turn, doesn't even respond.
I bet your shield just had a
After
sad
holding this
face.
him,
Yeah, this
I guess-
face on
Yeah.
the shield.
after like 50 turns of attacking Lily to no end, I guess I'll turn and attack Holden for a change here. Mix things up as this massive bear slowly turns from Lily. Not Holden, sorry. Who's the half orc? Turmeric, pardon me. Pardon me. Turmeric. Yeah, not Holden, who's barely able to touch him. Turmeric.
Do
2
impose
attacks.
disadvantage on you
Okay.
using my protection.
Okay. First attack is disadvantage. 'Tis a miss. As Holden gets his shield up and blocks one of these huge strikes coming towards you, Turmeric. Second attack is 21 to hit.
Yep.
I will assume hits. That is 16 points of slashing damage.
I
As
take half of that.
that's correct. As is anyone not resistant to damage in this party? Holy smokes! All right,
So 8.
You can't really ask that though. So
watch me. I gotta know how to balance my future encounters because apparently I just put us in front of a tug of war here forever. Yes, you take however much damage halved. What did I?
16?
16?
So 8.
8 points of damage. As a massive claw socks you in the chest. What's your total health? We can do this as a team.
1 minus 8
You're at
is 21. 2,
no.
3.
Yeah, there you go. It's Luke's turn as you watch Holden get socked in the chest.
Turmeric.
Turmeric, sorry, I don't know why I have those mixed up today. I apologize for that.
I will dust my rapier.
Sure, with the silver.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, we'll call that a bonus
Yeah,
action.
now he's in fucking trouble.
How do you want to do that now?
Sorry, that was bonus action?
Yeah, we'll call it a bonus.
Okay, I will move beside Lily, close to the bear, and try to attack.
Good luck.
Thank you.
With advantage.
With advantage, apparently.
15.
Is a hit. Go ahead and roll silver damage.
For 4 damages.
4 damage.
Ask him how he wants to do it, Raph.
As you stick your sword in, you can hear the sizzling, and Tarim audibly reacts. So he roars, and turns
And then I've got
to face you.
Well, that wasn't a smart idea.
After Lupus Bryn.
I'm gonna attempt chill touch again.
Sure. You're like steadying your hand, trying to line it up between this crowd of people.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Not even close.
No. Turmeric gets in the way, and again, you have to fire it off. Was it a 1?
No, it wasn't a 1.
Okay,
It was
you
a
have to
3.
tell me if it's a 1.
Sorry, no, it's not 1.
After Bryn is Turmeric.
Fucker. It's never gonna happen.
time for a new signature move.
No, I need this one because if I hit him with it, he can't regain hit points. I just can't seem to land
You want
one.
to try my d20? My other one?
I
have a couple.
switch. Maybe I'll go back to the other
11.
D20. I mean,
11. Turmeric is not enough to hit.
What the F?
That was with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. After turmeric is Ben, who will continue to needle it in. As he's looking around at the rest of you, and he's, I don't
Lose your rage?
know if this is working.
No, because I attacked.
And also he took
Oh,
damage.
you don't have to hit?
Yeah, you have to do damage. Deal or take damage.
Yeah.
So I think it is. I think he has to attack you by your next turn, or you will lose your rage.
I think
But
you took. Did
verify.
you not take damage on the last one?
I thought
Yeah,
you did.
he just did. He took 8 points of damage.
It was 16
Right.
and then
So if it
half.
comes to his next turn without him taking damage,
Okay.
if Tarim does not attack him
Oh,
this
and then it
turn,
drops out.
Right, right.
yes, and he is turned to face Loop, so he probably won't be. So just double check that ruling. Yes, Ben yelling to all of you, like, are we still doing this? And just fucking gets in there for 2 more attacks.
What the heck?
And he hits the first one, and he misses the second one. Ben seems concerned by your lack of progress, but he does get in there for another little attack as it stabs these claws. Next is Lily. Did you take damage last turn?
Nope. Nope.
Damon says, "Have a little faith, Amber.
Some
about what?
goddamn faith.
Faith in your skills.
Oh, yeah.
Dice rolling
I
skills.
insist.
It's gonna come when I need it the most.
So Ben should have talked like.
Right, let's start with now.
I know. I don't even
15.
understand.
15's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I don't think I've rolled so bad in like the longest time.
I'm rolling terribly as well.
So am I. Nobody can kill anyone. This is just the longest fight of nothing happening. Because we're all rolling like such shit.
It was exciting when the warhorse was around.
We all just petered out. Try again tomorrow.
Okay, so 9 on this one.
Okay.
Weapon, 9 on weapon. I still can't see this.
2.
2 on lightning, I guess.
Okay.
You want to try this
He's looking hurt. He's moving a little slower.
I can't.
You can see some visible wounds on this werebear at this point.
No, I can't see it.
Certainly a tough customer. After Lily's holding.
Fuck it. I'm gonna plant my shield in the ground, and again, out of the eyes and the mouth, I magic missile.
Okay.
The eyes and the mouth?
Yes.
It's 3 missiles, yeah.
It comes out of your eyes and mouth?
No,
shield.
the shield.
Oh.
It's like, wow, that's intense.
5,
So
6,
intense.
7. Wait, that's +1 each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2, 4. That is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go.
Okay.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah, they. And you can see him. He's kind of taking the hits and seems to be. He's kind of getting knocked down by the impact of each of them. He's starting to look pretty hurt. After holding his bear, who turned to face Loop and is going to try to
Go.
smash him. 2 attacks.
He attacking?
Loop. Yeah, he is.
Baby
When
Loop.
Loop stabbed him with the
Baby
silver weapon, he
Loop.
turned.
Oh, baby Luke.
The first one's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
No.
16.
Oh, you're so lucky. The second one is a 21 to hit.
21 is good.
And you take 14 points of slashing damage as the claw cracks you good. And you are still conscious, apparently.
I'm still conscious.
Oh my gosh.
It is Loop's turn.
All right.
This massive bear paw, to you especially massive,
So impressive.
is basically you're
like
basically
his
like
whole-
pulling yourself out of the bear print where it has like plunk, crunched you down.
I will use my last level 2 spell slot and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Cool wounds.
It's more
For
Stop.
11.
you heal for 11
Thanks, Luke.
That's pretty good.
as you heal back up. Bryn,
I'm going to cast Magic Missile again.
how many spell slots are you out of spell slots?
I
this
have
will be my
2 more
last
level
one.
1.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
That's pretty much all my spell slots.
All right. Man's looking hurt.
2
Maybe man's not the right word. Bear's looking hurt.
plus 7, 8. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was 3. 13.
It takes 13 damage.
Oh.
As your final 3 missiles slam into it. There's a minute where the final missile kind of hits it in the top of the head, and it kind of, the bear lowers down and it slowly stands itself back up. It's looking beat up.
I get real excited for a second.
After Bryn's turmeric.
It's almost. Looks like it's almost down.
Well, you guess it's almost the end of phase 1.
Oh, goodness.
Alright. I'll attack it. Who's after me?
We're just spinning our tires so hard. I've never had a combat go quite like this. Nobody's attacking you. Did you
Or
deal?
no,
You did
who's
not.
after me. It says
You're not sure.
that it'll end. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last
Okay.
turn, or
Yep.
taken damage since your last.
Okay.
Since then.
To not hit attacked.
I don't hit anyways.
Okay. After turmeric is Ben, who will come in for 2 more
you sure?
little attacks.
Are you sure you don't hit?
6 plus. I only have 11.
Isn't that an 8?
What? That's a 6. They're
Oh,
both
they're both
sixes.
sixes.
11 is not enough. Ben attacks and misses. And attacks and misses and like
Ben
wipes
sucks.
his. He said almost every time he wipes his head off. He's looking around he's like I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, but it's
These
still.
apprentices.
Don't worry, it's not a lot of
Going.
energy to just miss all the time.
Isn't it more energy?
we just we start
Lily,
shitting on
your
them
turn.
'cause
Your
I
turn, Lily.
Yeah, way to whiff.
Natural 20!
You guys are mean.
Yeah, crit.
Okay. What do I do now?
Just
So you have
roll
to
it
Just roll.
and double it.
and then double it.
Roll what?
All of it.
All of it?
Yep,
Yeah.
and just double your weapon dice.
Double my weapon dice. Okay.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah. I'm gonna like. Do you want me to tell you the numbers first?
No,
Okay, good. I didn't want to
no.
add it.
He was at 2. You're
I'm
fine.
gonna, like, put my hand up, grab my sword, like shove it through the inside of his.
Oh, and as you do, Ben is like, oh, what the fuck? It goes limp as you do, and all the weight of this bear collapses onto your sword and like knocks your sword out of your hands as it is wedged in the bottom of this bear's jaw, as it absolutely massive just collapses. And Taram's dead.
Yeah. Oh,
We
wow.
did it!
Ooh.
I collapse and like lie down, just completely exhausted. Cast most of my spells, used both of my wild shapes, took 10 times my hit points worth of damage over the course of the fight.
Ben also like falls back in his were-rat form and sits back.
I'll like lean up against my shield and like, let my brow. Like that's why they call us the Vanquishers Syndicate.
Let me roll an insight check, see if Ben lulls.
Insight? That's a
No,
performance.
Ben believes you.
For 9. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ben, I think you should call me the master, because of that fight there.
Looking at you, your sword's still buried under Taram's corpse. That was fucked up. Was it just me, or did it seem like we were fighting for 2 hours and 45 minutes? That was unbelievable.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He wipes his head off and he sits back, and
It was just just over an hour.
as dawn falls and this Taram steaming corpse lies dead in front of you, Lily's sword buried in the bottom of its jaw. We will pick up there next time. As we wrap episode 4 of Rolling Reckless. My goodness.
That was intense.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've never had a combat completely stall out on both ends before in such a spectacular fashion. You guys, you want to know how many times you did damage individually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. At least 31 times.
Holy
maybe more if I counted twice on one scribble.
Wow.
That's insane.
Boy,
Wowzers.
that was. I mean, he got stuck in like credit to you guys where I couldn't do jack shit. I got stuck on that whirling thing
Cloud
of
of
blades and
daggers.
could not fucking move
Yeah,
and
that was
could not
good.
hit anybody and could not get rid of the advantage.
That was awesome.
Oh, he did it.
But you did hit me for 31.
You didn't
Yeah.
die.
Well,
it's because I have a
He
lot
hit the horse, you know. And like I couldn't hit anybody anyways because literally everybody's immune or resistant. Or it's,
And
you guys are
just the
really
two you were
fucking
attacking.
strong for a level 3 party. Like hilariously strong.
Well, that means it's gonna get tougher.
Yeah.
Hear that, DM's Guild? 350 feet? No. 3,500 feet.
We would not have been able to afford enough rope for that.
Step it up.
yeah.
Great game. Great session, guys. Congratulations
That was awesome.
on a what was supposed to be a very difficult combat that you guys
It was difficult.
you didn't struggle too much.
We used like literally all
Had it-
our
I used
resources.
all-
Had it gone
Spell
another
slots.
couple rounds, it might have been a bit of a problem, but there was a good amount of luck on both sides.
Yeah.
We will pick up there next time. Next Sunday, noon Mountain Standard. If you want to join us for the live recording of Rolling Reckless Episode 5. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do this every week. Not always on the week, but every week. Come and join us. Otherwise, well, not otherwise. Anyways, also, go subscribe to the podcast form of this on iTunes, or whatever the fuck it's called now. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, all over the place. Or just catch the VODs on YouTube or here on Twitch. That's all available for you now. Thanks so much for joining us. I didn't do intros at the beginning. We'll do them now. Oliver,
Hi.
Jay,
Hi.
Kevin,
Hey.
Paula,
Hey.
Amber,
Hello.
and you at home. Thanks so much for words for joining me for some Dungeons and Dragons. We'll see you here in a week's time. Probably, maybe before that. I stream video games every single goddamn day, probably including Christmas. So toss a follow, come on back for some video games. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you here in 7 days' time, if not sooner, for episode 5 of Rolling Reckless.
Rolling Reckless. Da-na-na,
That's
roll.
intense.
I'm going to turn the stream off, y'all. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Rolling Reckless.